the plot to put the fake powder in there. So at that point, it's still real powder that is capable of exploding.
If you don't trust them, watch this. Did the FBI supply real powder to the plotters?
Obviously.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Where does it say that?
The report don't gotta say that.
It does gotta say that.
Hold on. See, that's the problem. Okay, I get it. No, he's showing you the newspaper report to prove one point of the argument. The point that they did it is because it happened. If I'm working with you, if I'm saying, y'all was trying to rob a bank, I'm trying to fuck it up. And it happens. Come on, bro. Like,
how does that make the other person responsible?
Nigga, because you
y'all still can't prove.
Because you can't. Hold on.
FBI gave them the power.
Hold on. One, you planned it, you provided resources, and then you telling me what you just bagged out. Well,
it doesn't say that. That's the problem. It doesn't say that they gave them real powder.
It don't matter.
The plan was to switch it.
It don't matter. You're
obviously it does matter.
No, you need to recognize that we're saying
who constructed the bomb, y'all? Who constructed the bomb?
It says it in the article. The plotters. It says it right there in the fucking order.
The plotters and the FBI.
It don't say the plotters and the FBI.
Okay, but we know the FBI was in it because the paper don't have to say. That's what I'm saying. You're trusting the paper. You're not critically thinking. You're not critically thinking, bro. You're not critically thinking, bro. You're not
That's a conspiracy theory.
Bro, you're not critically thinking. No, you're not critically thinking.
In the article that the FBI created
that bomb. You used to a script, bro.
It says the plotters.
I don't care what it says. How do you separate?
Supervision of who, though? Under whose supervision?
The FBI. The FBI.
The plotters.
The FBI.
Get the fuck out of here.
The FBI.
You was not gonna show me nothing in that article that said the FBI.
Was the FBI agent working with the plotters?
You're not gonna show me.
Was the FBI agent working with the plotters?
Bro, it doesn't say it. He's not the fucking man in charge.
Was the FBI agent working with the plotters?
Yes.
So the FBI and the plotters were planning to blow some shit up.
No, that's not what that. Get the fuck out of here. Are you retarded enough to say that dumb shit?
That's what they're supposed to do.
That is not what they're saying.
I don't know why you think they would put that in that.
Do you know how a fucking informant works, nigga? Nigga, don't tell me you don't.
Do your research, bro.
Nigga, do your research. You want to two bogus ass articles that don't say shit.
They bogus? They bogus?
As fuck. With your argument, they don't support your fucking argument.
How you mad?
Because your argument is that the FBI and the plotters were in the conspiracy to create a bomb to blow.
Well, I already showed you a conspiracy.
Moron. That is not what the articles say. Neither one.
It's just how deep it runs, right? I showed you.
Neither. You ain't showed shit.
I ain't show you a conspiracy.
No. Not between the FBI.
Wait. I didn't show you. I didn't show you
the FBI being complicit. No, not the FBI being complicit. You didn't show shit about the FBI being complicit in the bombing in 1993 of the World Trade Towers. Neither one of those articles showed that shit.
Right. They don't get paid to stop that shit.
Take your monkey ass back to school.
Right, bro.
That shit don't show that. And you're not gonna find an article that says that shit. That the FBI was complicit.
Because the American media is not gonna write that. The
FBI was not complicit, nigga.
They don't release that shit.
You know what that means?
That's the type of shit
that
released 50
know what that fucking means.
That's what I said before I started. This ain't the Bible, nigga.
Nigga, this ain't the Bible. I'm telling you right now, whether it's the Bible or fucking Dr. Seuss, your ass can't read.
It's clear as day, bro.
That you can't read.
It's clear as day.
And it clearly says in the article, which you tried to lie several times, it doesn't say in one fucking sentence that the FBI and the plotters, the bombers, were complicit.
Not directly. It ain't gonna say that directly.
Then you're done.
But it showed you they were complicit.
No, you're making the shit up.
It showed you they were complicit.
No, then you're making the shit up, bro. That's called an assumption. You're
okay, so
making
look,
bro.
So y'all right. In your perspective, so look.
You said you that was part of your argument though, bro.
No, it was not that they were
no, part of your argument. You said that they did not trust the agents.
That's what it says.
Okay, that's them being complicit, bro.
Bro, that's not them being complicit.
Yes, what is that?
That's not them being complicit in trying to blow up the fucking trade center.
Bro,
what the fuck you think?
That's them being complicit of what he's saying.
You know what complicit means?
Complying.
Complicit means?
Complying.
What are you fucking niggas looking up?
Complying.
You know what complicit means?
To comply, bro. Goddamn.
That means that we're in agreement to blow up the world trade.
Man, listen. So y'all right. So listen. So y'all right. Calm down. Calm down. So y'all right. By your narrative, what you saying is that the FBI tried to fuck up them blowing the building. Recognized they couldn't.
That's what the article said.
Hold on, bro. Couldn't fuck with old dude no more for whatever reason. Drew back from fucking the plan up and just let it happen. And then hold on. Listen to the whole thought, bro. And then reinstituted dude as an agent. That's what you said. Yeah. They just said fuck it.
Absolutely.
Man. We can't fuck it up.
Absolutely.
So we just gotta let this happen.
Absolutely. They didn't trust this information.
So the FBI just let this happen.
This information.
So the FBI stepped back and just let this happen. I hear you. I hear you, bro. I need you to answer the question.
Neither one of you morons.
Hold on, man. All that shit is okay, but I need you to answer. At least
it says complicit, involved with others in illegal activity or wrongdoing.
Right. So was the FBI?
Was the FBI involved with the motherfuckers?
No, they were in investigation to stop it.
They just
y'all right. And when the FBI informant was telling them, they did not want to adhere to what he was saying, bro.
Yeah, so they didn't want to hear it.
So they allowed the bombing to happen.
It's not allowing the bombing.
They had knowledge of the bomb. They had knowledge of the bomb about to happen.
They said, we don't trust your information.
And they allowed the bombing to happen.
And that's not allowing. They said, we don't trust your information.
So what information didn't they trust?
They didn't trust the information that he was trying to speak.
What was the information that they didn't trust?
Go into the article, and it says that he was feuding with them.
No, you tell me what the information was.
I don't know directly.
Oh, okay, so you don't know.
No, but the article says that he was feuding with them. Hold on. The article says that he was feuding with them. That means they had a disagreement.
So you don't even know what they was disagreeing with him on.
Who you? Fucktard?
I'm not the one that's denying this shit.
You is denying it.
You the one that's denying this shit.
You're denying it and saying that
you don't even have knowledge of what they were disagreeing on, bro.
You were denying it that said that
you don't even know what's going on, and you're trying to fight. You don't even know what's going on, bro. Let them read the article.
Exactly what I'm doing.
Let them read the article. You don't even know what the hell is going on, bro. You don't even know what they were feuding. You don't even know. Let them read the article, man.
In both articles,
you just disagree. So what are you disagreeing with? You don't even know what he was. That's crazy.
You're crazy. And you sound like a goddamn fool, Solomon.
Yo, you don't even know. Like after all this time, nobody asked a question. You don't even know what they disagreeing on, bro.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't.
Yo, wow, that's crazy, bro. You sit up here trying to deny. Yo, let them read the article, Taz.
Read it again.
No, that's crazy, bro.
Different article now.
It says they didn't trust him. I don't understand what y'all don't understand about this shit.
Their own informant they didn't trust. Okay, cool.
It says in the article. I didn't make this shit up.
Okay, so you don't even know what they didn't trust him for.
It doesn't matter.
Hold on.
They're informant.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Hold on. Y'all right, hold on. Let's get this article out the way. Go ahead.
Right, because this is the article.
Get up on your mic.
That's the same one he just read.
No, it's not. Tapes in the bombing plot show the informant at odds with the FBI.
Thank you. What the fuck does that mean, Solar?
Hold on, y'all right.
No, I'm talking to Solar right now. What does that mean, Solar?
Let him read the article.
He can read it. I'm asking Solomon a question.
I want to hear him read everything. I'm not just going to make a statement based off a little information, bro. That's what you do.
No, nigga, that's what y'all niggas just did. coming here saying the FBI.
Let them finish reading the article, man.
No fucking information.
You're trying to thwart the conversation. Finish reading the article.
No, I'm not. I already beat you niggas up.
The informant at the government's case in the plot, the center of the government's case. This is the informant you're talking about. He's at the center of the government.
It's not what the fuck I'm talking about. It's what your article said.
He's at the center of the government's case. You see that? He's at the center of this case.
That most informants are involved.
Right, gotcha. You understand that? So the informant at the center of this government plot to bomb New York's landmarks had a volatile relationship with his handler, often quarreling with FBI agents.
You understand that, Sola?
Bro, can I listen to you read the article, bro?
Transcripts of the hundreds of hours of tapes which were recorded by the informant without the knowledge of the FBI were distributed to defense lawyers Thursday. Although Judge McCasey ordered the lawyers to keep them secret, copies of the transcript were made available. The tapes offer a rare glimpse into the sensitive relationship between confidential informants and law enforcement officials. They also revealed for the first time how FBI and police instructed him to pump up a suspect for information and negotiate a $1 million fee from the government for his services. Scattered through the hundreds of pages of transcripts are many instances in which the government agents appear to encourage Mr. Salam to leave the suspects to incriminate themselves. Defense lawyers have long contended that the government crossed the legal line, instructing Mr. Salam on a fishing expedition that became entrapment. Although the bulk of transcripts does not appear to show the agents steering him toward improper or illegal conduct, whether they did so will finally be resolved in court. Among the details included a reference to the 12 bombs and hitherto unmentioned targets. 12 bombs and unmentioned targets. Wow. A New York City police detective working with the FBI who was getting $500 a week for the government, that if he wanted $1 million informant fee, he should press for $1.5 million. An unusual suggestion that some of the money sought by him be given to private individuals. A reference to him in conversation with an FBI agent, an argument between him and an agent over whether he should remain an unidentified informer or surface as a witness to testify. That's what they was at odds about?
No, that's not what it says. And keep going back up. But break it down, Solomon.
Among the
hey,
details,
shut the fuck up. Break it down,
details,
Solomon.
I'm not even done. I'm asking myself a question when I said that. But again,
oh, okay, it was rhetorical. Okay.
Included in the transcript, yes, he was arguing with them if he should remain a witness or come out as or stay undercover. A major defendant in the World Trade Center trial was tipped off by a neighbor to an elaborate FBI ruse to search a Brooklyn apartment of a suspect and replace explosives in his apartment with false explosives supplied by the FBI. Did I tell this nigga that earlier or not? Did I tell him that? Did I tell him? Did I tell this motherfucker that?
Read, you fool. It says false explosives.
It
says false explosives.
What would replace?
It says, yeah, false explosives.
I don't believe
that.
Listen, this the
you
problem.
Ain't reading comprehension is poor, nigga. They was breaking it in his apartment.
This my problem. This my problem right here.
With false ones.
This my problem.
To replace the real one with false ones, you moron.
They're lying. They're lying.
If you don't get this nigga off my live Sola right now, nigga.
They're not
Sola,
telling
if you don't get this nigga up off my live
they're not telling the complete truth in the article.
Niggas,
but they admit,
how do you do that?
Hold on, bro. Hold on. But they admit shit. They admit shit. But they not telling the complete truth in the article. I'm not trusting the newspaper. I'm just sourcing it. I'm just hold on.
I got you.
I'm just sourcing it to prove
what it is.
I got you.
God damn, bro.
As long as you say
I got the debate. He's not even a witness in the case where he helped build the bomb.
Nigga, you just said he's the central informant of the government. You read that at the top of the list. So how now he's not important to the case anymore?
You gotta be quiet because now we're reading.
So shut your monkey ass up. You can't read, bro.
No,
you don't want this shit to get
how
out.
they set it up. Listen how the media set it up. Remember, he's the other bombing. He ain't a witness in the World Trade Center bombing. We see that now. He's not even a witness in the World Trade Center bombing. He's the witness in the other one. Remember the second case?
So
the way they worded it, look. The way they worded it was like they was going to show something else, bro.
That's to you.
Yes, that's to me.
Robert, that's to you. Ain't shit in that article. What you just said,
remember, I told you this already. Remember, I told you this, right? The plan was to replace the real explosives with the fake ones that the FBI.
Right. So how are they going to be complicit?
Hold on. It says a major defendant in the World Trade Center trial was tipped off by a neighbor to an elaborate FBI ruse to search the Brooklyn apartment for another suspect. Mohammed Abdul Lama and replaced explosives in his apartment with false explosives supplied by the FBI.
It was already.
No, you fool! Stop what it says.
Yes, that's exactly what
it says. They were going to replace the real explosives already in the apartment with false ones. Right. That's not being complicit. That's trying to foil the plot.
You sound like a goddamn.
And you look like one.
From the beginning.
And replace it.
That is not what you said.
You don't even realize this.
Then you must retract your statement and say that the FBI was not in on it.
Yeah. This is them being in on it.
No, it's not. That's them trying to stop it.
If they was trying to stop it, then why didn't they go through with the plan?
I'm done with this nigga.
You're done.
Because it clearly
did, bro.
It clearly said, watch this. It's not checkmate. Shut up, Sola. Stop trying to get your hand out this nigga's ass. Get your hand out this nigga's ass. It says a major defendant.
Wow, that's crazy.
Watch this. It says a major defendant in the World Trade Center trial was tipped
Why did they stop it? Why did they stop them from replacing the explosives?
Shut your mouth.
Explain to us why they stopped it.
What you mean explain to them why they stopped it? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Stop them.
It says because they didn't. It says they couldn't do it. Did you see that? It says a major defendant in the World Trade Center trial was tipped off by a neighbor to an elaborate FBI ruse to search the apartment, the Brooklyn apartment of another suspect, Mohammed Abdullah, and replace explosives in his apartment with false ones supplied by the FBI. The FBI was supplying the false explosives with the ones that were already in his apartment. So now let's take that pass. Shut your lamb ass up.
Just asking, bro. You telling me a regular nobody neighbor can uncover an FBI plot?
Did they see somebody breaking into somebody's house? Hell yeah.
Okay, that's not warning the FBI.
How do you know?
Because that's not what it says.
How but you so why did you ask that statement? It's not a secret. A tip is so what?
Oh,
hold on, watch this.
An elaborate FBI scheme, bro. Are you serious? You believe that shit? No, you don't believe that shit. Yeah.
And usual suggestion that some of the money sought by Mr. Salem was going to be paid.
Now back to you goddamn idiots. It clearly says that, first of all, you never heard of the FBI tip line?
I'm gonna make you host, man. You kick him if you want to, so.
FBI tip line. The FBI tip line,
you know,
for real.
Fucking dummies. The niggas sound like the niggas like, oh, there's no way you could tip off. You can tip. Nigga, somebody reported somebody breaking into a house, an apartment. Like, what's wrong with y'all reading comprehension? And Sola, stop gassing up these retarded ass niggas. It's your job, Sola, to help these niggas read better.
Bro, you didn't even know.
You're dead, bro.
Yeah, you can say that all you want to, bro. Oh my God, you niggas just killed yourself. With this article,
even Ghost, my God, didn't know he recorded them, bro. They didn't even know.
Nigga, killed yourself.
This was his recording, bro, not the FBI.
Nigga, you killed yourself.
No,
no, you did, yeah.
You killed yourself. It says that the FBI, when it's broke into the man's apartment, a suspect, to replace real explosives with fake ones.
Listen to this shit. FBI officials have acknowledged in the
nigga still fishing for shit. You're dead. You're dead.
But I mean, no, but I'm just saying, like, your comprehension skills is so.
You're dead, Solar.
So at this point, it was a failed attempt, hypothetically speaking, right?
Okay.
Right? Don't you think that it would be their duty to rid them of the actual explosives at some point?
Look at what the article said.
I'm asking you a question.
They tried to do that.
So wouldn't it be okay? So
they tried to.
Why didn't it not? Why did it not happen?
Because look, let's read that last section again. So y'all don't have to take my word for it. Because so I think you may have a little bit better reading comprehension than the
Why did it not happen, bro?
Let's read it. Damn, it says it in the article.
It also says this too, though.
Let's go down and read it again. Let's go down so I can answer Solar's question.
Well, we don't need to read.
Since he want to act like since he want to act like you tonight. Let's go down and read it.
We need to get to why the FBI was claiming that they fell out with it. So we can
because they did read that article. It gives you a lot. It gives you lots of information. This is the best one you brought out. I'm glad you brought it out.
Right. It says that he was lecturing them.
Hey, y'all,
how they doing their job.
I know you like trying to say that.
You're dead, bro.
It sounds good. But
yeah, you do it, bro. You coming back to the league,
and I'm
gonna make your ass shucklebuck, nigga.
I'm cutting heads off. I'm stepping on nuts.
You're dead, bro.
I'm kicking your ancestors.
Hey, Swab, you better beat this nigga, bro. I'm
kicking your ancestors in the heart.
Yeah, just so you know, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. Get ready to shucklebuck on this debate, bro.
Nigga, I'll tell you right now. Let's read this article one more time. Pull it back up.
Pull it back up again.
Pull it back. Yeah, pull it back up.
Wait. You gave me authority over here, Swab.
Yeah, what you need?
Yeah, I'm be muting the shit out your ass now, nigga.
Man, fuck you, nigga. That nigga, don't come over here, man, with that sonetta bullshit. You motherfuckers.
I'm be muting the fuck out of you, nigga.
Yeah, but I don't know how much more spirit to be.
Hey, Taz, I'll fuck you up in this debate, though.
It's over.
Let's read that last one.
He killed you like...
He didn't, bro. Stop with that bullshit, Solar.
He put your body bag in a body bag.
Stop with the bullshit, Solar. Oh, them sound bites don't help this nigga. He's dead. And you better tell this nigga, you better not do that to him, Solar, because you're doing this nigga a disservice. Because you're gonna bring this nigga into a lion.
Nah, he really showed you. He showed you.
Show shit.
Bro, he showed you the bullshit that they putting into your.
Bro, he just said.
No, I'm talking about when you could, bro. You don't, bro, nigga.
No, nigga.
Nigga, you grew up in West Chicago. You don't know bullshit when you see it, bro.
Hey, I'm telling you,
nigga.
Well, I'm telling you, if you could call it bullshit, but you gotta chalk it up in the conspiracy.
The plotters. I mean, you can already just go with the plotters.
I was in a conspiracy when he got out.
Because you have no information. All you're doing is putting conjecture into this article. You're not reading and taking what the article says. You're implementing conjecture, nigga. So that's conspiracy theory bullshit.
He has hundreds of hours talking to the FBI.
Fucking mate.
You gotta give Brother Yacht
and he made his own tape. He actually had his own recordings.
So fucking
they were trying to prevent from being exposed in court.
You're supposed to do that shit. What the fuck?
Right, which exposes that they were lying, though.
What are they trying to hide, bro?
Oh, what instance in this article?
It says in the article that they crossed the line of legality.
Read that article.
It does say that.
No, watch this. Go back and read. No, go back and read it. That's not what it said. Go back and read that section real quick. Because that's where both y'all really died hand to hand.
That's not what this section says.
Bro, go back, bro.
See, what you don't want to. We're compartmentalizing the articles.
You can't.
Yeah, because yo, bro, you need to allow
with the FBI. This part of the article does. I have to go back to the other article if you want to establish.
Let's stay in this article right here. I'm going to show you what they said. What was legal. Go back. What they did. Yeah, no. Like kind of down when he was talking about they was in court or something.
Okay.
What she said. What she. Yeah. Go back in that. And let's read what they actually said.
This is some of the details of the transcripts. There's more beneath
it. I think I'm looking for the one that's beneath that. I'm looking for the one that's beneath that.
We haven't read this yet, though.
You haven't read that?
No.
Okay, go back up and then come down and let's read that, because I just saw something down there. Go back up and let's read it.
Right here?
I think it's above that photo. I think it's above that little picture.
Yeah, the transcript.
Right there. It says transcripts of hundreds of hours of tapes, which were recorded by the informant, Salam, without the knowledge of the FBI, were distributed to defense lawyers, his defense lawyers, right? Although Judge Michael B. McCaskey ordered the lawyers to keep them secret, a copy of the transcript was made available to the New York Times. That's what good lawyers do, leak the shit. So the tapes offer a rare glimpse into the sensitive relationship between the confidential informant and the law enforcement officials with whom he worked. They also reveal for the first time how federal and police agents instructed him to pump up a suspect for information and negotiate $1 million fee from the government for his services. Nothing wrong with that. Standard everyday police work. Scattered through the hundreds of pages of transcripts are many instances in which the government agents appear to encourage Mr. Salam to lead the suspects to incriminate themselves. Great police work. Nothing wrong with that. Defense lawyers have going on, bro. Defense lawyers have long. Listen, bro. Defense lawyers have long contended. Listen, bro. They know about the plot. Listen, bro. What are you talking about? I didn't leave nothing out. But I'm saying when you said he's trying to leave. No, listen to what I'm getting to, bro. Listen. No, listen, bro. Listen.
All contending that the government caused a legal line.
Right. Now, watch what it says. Instructed Salam in a fishing expedition that became entrapment. Although the bulk of the transcripts does not appear to show the agents steering Mr. Salam toward improper or illegal conduct, whether they did so finally will be resolved in court. Many new details. So this is not saying that they did that. It says it's inconclusive. So let's continue. Let's go a little bit further. I work, man. Listen, bro. I've been in the legal field for 20 years.
Okay, so let's go back down. You do know that they were aware of what was going on.
They're aware that there was a plot, but in the previous article he read, it says that they didn't know any targets.
But this nigga just told them the target for 20 years.
It says they didn't know any targets.
They was allowing them to incriminate themselves, so they had knowledge of their plot.
But no, he was saying he was trying to get them to incriminate themselves or make themselves complicit in a crime.
About the targets, though.
No, that's not what he said. That's not what he said. You can read that in one article. He clearly says that according to Salam never, in the FBI, Salam says he never gave them any specific targets.
Right, but they were building.
So they had no idea that it was going to be the World Trade Center or the fucking rock and roll McDonald's.
So they're building a bomb for what?
To blow up something.
Right, what?
They don't know. They didn't know.
The FBI there.
Bro, they didn't know.
So why did you pull the guy who was getting the information?
Because he's the closest guy to you. But they didn't trust his information, and they probably didn't trust his information, and I'm just inserting this myself because he didn't give them any specific targets.
Are you saying they failed?
No, that's not fail. No, that's police work. What the fuck are you talking about?
So the FBI didn't fail?
No, because they did far off his information. They did stop 2 bombs.
They stopped 1 bomb.
They stopped 2, nigga.
Okay, they stopped 1.
They stopped 2.
What's the second one?
They stopped the UN one, and they stopped another one. I can't remember right now.
Well, I bet you can't.
But even if they stopped one. It's still the UN in New York.
I'm done with you, baby.
They stopped 1 bombing because they had credible information. They didn't give him no credible. He didn't give them credible information on the World Trade Center. It clearly says in the articles that you read, they didn't know the targets.
I read it again. Some of the most striking passages in the transcripts show him agonizing over what he suggests was the failure of the FBI, despite his information, to halt the February 26th bombing of the Trade Center. Although Mr. Salam is not a witness in the case, he was working with the government at the time. Do you not understand what that's saying?
Keep reading, bro. No, like y'all niggas don't know how to read, man. God damn.
Okay, so
is it just me, bro? He says they told me that we want to set this. Mr. Salam referring to the bomb in a conversation on April 1st with John. They said it was one of the FBI agents he reported to and sometimes complained to others about. What's the right place to put this?
Why are you asking the FBI
Why is it?
that?
Listen, why is he saying
the FBI that? Y'all peeping this,
because,
right?
bro, he's saying,
Yeah,
bro,
bro.
listen, bro, what he's saying. What the fuck?
You're dying repeatedly.
He says they said,
he
they told me that they want to set this, right? That's what the plotters are telling him.
Right.
Mr. Salam said, referring to the bomb in a conversation on April 1st with John Activity. He said one of the FBI agents he reported to and sometimes complained to about others about what's the right place to put this. Then he added, still speaking to the agent, you are informed. Everything is ready, the day and the time. Boom, lock them up, and that's that. That's why I feel so bad. Federal officials acknowledged in the past that they I didn't skip past nothing.
Yes,
that goes, bro. Listen, the rest of the information, they didn't know where.
You were informed.
They didn't know where.
The day and the time.
Bro, they didn't know where. I could say, if I tell you December 27th, they go, listen, bro, if I tell you December 27th, they're going to plan to blow something up. What you going to ask me?
This is crazy.
What are you going to ask me?
They can infiltrate them before they plan it. He said lock them up.
What are you going to right? He said because they already got a date set and a time and the bomb is ready. Now read further down. He said that they said he never provided. Listen, it said they said he never provided detailed information of the attack in advance.
Read it what it say exactly.
I'm going to read the whole article for you so you can get the context.
Federal officials.
Yeah, I'm going to start right there. Right. It says, matter of fact, I'm going to go back up so we can get the full context of what's being said. They told me we want to set this, Mr. Salam said, referring to the bomb in the conversation on April 1st with John Activity, one of the FBI agents he reported to, and sometimes complained to others about. What's the right place to put this? When he added, still speaking to the agent, you are informed. Everything is ready. The day, the time. Boom. Lock them up, and that's that. That's why I feel so bad. Federal officials have acknowledged in the past that they dropped Mr. Salam as an informer sometime before the Trade Center bombing over what they said was his reluctance to wear a body recorder. And it don't fucking matter. As a body recorder, as well as other disagreements. They said he never provided detailed information of the attack in advance, but they began using his services again after the bombing and credited him with foiling the related but separate plot to bomb the United Nations. Yeah, here you go, right here. More than one bombing. The United Nations, Holland, and Lincoln tunnels. 3 and 4, and the federal housing of the FBI in Manhattan. So he helped stop them. They worked with him to stop 4 bombings out of the 5. Shut the fuck up, man. So let me continue. The case is expected.
No. Hold on. You added your spin. So
I didn't add nothing. I just read it.
What you need to realize in saying that is if you're claiming he stopped these plots, why didn't he stop the 5th one?
Because they said he didn't give them enough.
They didn't trust him, bro.
Yeah, they didn't trust him.
Fucking first 4.
Listen. Y'all not even listening to the article.
We had enough of
this, bro. I'm gonna read it again. Because you started saying, bro. Hey, Lance, go shave.
After the first 4.
It says that's not what he says. It wasn't the first 4. This was after. Watch what it says again for the slow crew.
After.
This is for the slow crew. I'm reading it right now. This is for the slow crew.
Naming the actual targets by name.
Bro, listen, bro. Listen what the article is saying.
I know what it says, but
you don't.
This information, bro.
You don't. He said
I told you this shit already,
bro. They didn't know about the World Trade, and he didn't tell them the World Trade. He didn't have the where.
It says they said he never provided detailed information. According to him, he did.
Where does it say that? Where does it say that? That he provided the specific place. That's what they're saying.
Okay, so you telling me they can name the specific places that he did not allow to get bombed, but the one place that did get bombed, he didn't name that one.
That's what they're saying. They said he never provided detailed. Listen, bro. They said he never provided detailed information of the attack in advance.
Right.
But they began using his services again, so they didn't know where it was going to be.
Right. So
simply just telling somebody you're gonna fucking be on the corner at 6 p.m. doesn't tell me where.
You don't have a lot of options. Either you're saying,
bro, listen, bro.
Hey, bro, listen. I just need to know where you at with it. Either you
I'm telling you where I'm at with it is that you fucking moron.
They dropped the ball, and then this happened because they dropped the wrong goddamn witness, or they were fucking in on it, bro. Either one.
Okay, I can go with the first one because clearly that's what the articles are saying. And Mr. Salam has not provided. Mr. Salam is not provided any information that disagrees with that first statement you made.
Wait, what you mean?
That they dropped the ball.
Well, right, but that's what he's saying. But he's also saying with them drop the ball.
That's what he says they did.
Right.
So that doesn't mean that they were in on bombing the fucking building.
Now we have to ask the question, why did they drop the ball?
Because they didn't fucking believe him.
Did the FBI and them?
They didn't believe him. Shit, why not? People make mistakes. Shit.
No, they was in on this shit.
No. See, now you just said they made. Now you said here's the dichotomy, right? You can either have this one or that one. The either or fallacy. This is what you gave, but you're gonna choose the one you want. Right. But you have no information to support.
I just showed.
But you have no information to support the one you chose.
I just gave you the information to support.
No, you didn't give me shit. You just simply said, "This is what I feel."
No, 1993.
That's what you gave me. This is what I feel. When he clearly says, when they clearly says in the article that you brought to me that they didn't know, he didn't give him information in advance with regard to world trade, and he never says I gave them information on the world trade.
I'm looking for one more article though.
Yeah, keep looking, my nigga, because you need more.
It's one. Well,
tell him, Lamar. Don't get me sharp, nigga. Don't get me sharp, nigga. I cut both ways, nigga. Coming in and coming out.
Listen to me, but it's what I'm telling you, and I just want you to know. It's only one more I'm looking for. One thing I'm looking for is the audio.
Nigga, you should be looking for the exit, nigga.
Listen to what I'm telling you. Because we're not in a debate, but I'm just trying to help you with the information.
Man, you ain't trying to help me, nigga.
So listen,
I'm trying to help you.
For the last time, he's ignorant.
I'm trying to help you.
One more piece of information that's not in this motherfucking write-up of the New York Times. The FBI told him to cook the bomb.
Okay, so what?
So then they cooked it in the World Trade Center blow
up. So watch this. When they say cook the bomb, what does that mean? And show us what article, and show us where you're getting that. Show us where you're getting that, where you're data mining that information. Please provide that.
They told him to cook the bomb and the World Trade Center blew up.
No, nigga. I want this nigga to give us the source of that information. Where the FBI said, "Hey, nigga, y'all gonna build that bomb, and then we gonna blow this bitch up."
Bro, it's on the tapes.
Nigga, you listen to the tapes?
Yes. I've listened to hours of the tapes. I ain't listened to all of them. It's hundreds of hours.
Nigga, I wish I could push you in a pool of hot lava right now, nigga, for that lie you just told.
I'm trying to tell the shit used to be on Alex Jones' website, bro. How do you think I know
this nigga? Just Alex Jones?
No, if it's a tape, tell me what the fucking man is with today.
No, nigga, no, don't give me that bullshit. I want to hear it. Play it. Where's the transcript? If he can't prove that, he's bullshitting, nigga.
Right.
Don't give me that soda. That is not no fucking valid information. This nigga ain't no source. Talking about what I heard on the tape.
What I'm telling you is, bro,
nigga, get up out of here, nigga.
The evidence of the tape is right
heard
here.
all the Prince records before he wrote it.
Bro, you see
what the fuck is that?
Tapes right here, bro. You didn't even know the tapes existed before this conversation.
What the fuck you mean I didn't know the tapes existed? You think transcripts don't occur? You think FBI informants don't have tapes and shit? They tape everything. That's why they tried to get him to wear a recording device, and he refused. That was part of the argument.
Why you act like you know that before you just read it? Like,
what the fuck difference does it make with reading information? You fucking face in the chest, walking ass fucking motherfucker.
if we're discovering it, you relax. You don't have to hold a position, but right now,
no, you can't hold a position because we're using the article. I'm using his information. Now watch this. I haven't presented any information. I'm fucking him up with the bullshit he's presenting because he's not doing anything but submitting fucking conspiracy theories.
Do you hear me? I dare you to present a piece of information. I dare you.
I don't have to. You did it for me already.
Right. Right.
You did it for me already. That's how poor of a debater you actually fucking are.
You sat here and tried to cry about my information, but you have none of it.
I wasn't. No, I was crying about your fucking narrative and how the fucking fact that you misconstrued the information. Now you were trying to inject your bullshit into the article, and all you did was trying to say
inside job.
The article says you didn't show shit.
Oh, I showed you inside job.
Where did you show the inside job?
The fact that they knew.
They did. The article just read said they didn't know in advance of the bombing.
Right.
So you disagree with your information now?
That's why they foiled all the other ones.
So do you disagree with your information now? Hold on. So do you disagree with the article you presented to support your argument?
I never presented you the New York Times for you to read it.
You did show me that. So why would you present it?
That ain't my words.
Why would you present it?
You never let me present it.
You just what you mean?
Me presenting it is me presenting the information. You tried to tell
me. No, what you want to know, what you mean is you wanted to take the information and put your fucking spin on it.
Like you're doing.
No, I'm reading it for what it fucking says.
No, bro.
I'm not adding shit to it. I didn't add shit to none of them articles you brought out. You the nigga on here, no, they was working together to build the bomb. They built the bomb together. So they was watching them. The FBI was watching him build the bomb. You added all that shit.
Right. So why would
that you never read, that you never could.
Why would they need to break in somebody's house to replace the explosives?
To stop the bombing.
Right. So did I say that before the beginning of this? Before we
no, you didn't. So you said they were complicit. You said they were complicit.
Right, and I showed they were complicit.
You said that they were complicit.
You
didn't show that they were complicit because if they were trying to replace real explosives with fake ones, then that tells you that they weren't complicit in the bombing of the 1993 World Trade Center. What is wrong with you?
Have a source for it.
What is wrong with you, man?
Remember,
answer my question.
Told you that?
Hey, I just asked a direct question about your mental state.
I don't see that.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Remember when I told you they're supposed to replace the false?
I just asked you. No, they wasn't replacing the false ones. You said it in reverse just now. They weren't replacing the false ones. They were replacing the real ones with false ones.
Oh, I know. I told you that.
No, I just told you that.
No, I told you.
No, that's not what you said. Because if that's what you said initially, that goes against everything you've been arguing and trying to prove since we've been having this conversation. Now, I asked you a question earlier, Taz.
What I said initially.
What is wrong with your goddamn mental state?
Everybody.
Blue in the field.
I've never heard of dead body.
Damn, Blue, I thought you was going fishing, nigga.
They didn't set it up to break in this man's house and put some motherfucking phony explosive in.
Yeah, because they didn't want him to use the real one because they're not complicit in their plot to blow up the 93 World Trade Center bombing. You're cut. He's cut, Solar. And if you ever tell him he's on my level, I will come to Philly and I will slap the shit out of you.
Instead of raiding the apartment and taking the explosives,
they couldn't do it because it said somebody called on them, bro. That would have tipped them off.
They couldn't raid the house.
That would have tipped them off. That would have tipped them off. They trying to cancel the whole game.
That would have been bombing. That would have been better than the bombing.
No, it wouldn't be. You don't understand, bro. They're trying to catch not one fish, but the whole fucking pond.
Right, and they ain't catch shit.
No, they did because they stopped for bombing.
Okay, but they didn't care about stopping this one.
That's not. That don't say it. How you gonna say they didn't care when they tried to bomb?
Because they care. You just said it because their interest was in.
No, that's not what I said.
They would have stopped all five if they would have did the raid.
Their interest was that they didn't want to blow their cover, and so they chose to let the bombing happen. And that
no, that's not what I said, and that's not what the article says.
You don't gotta say that last part. That's in
you do have to say that. Y'all injecting that shit. Y'all cannot inject your bullshit. That's a conspiracy theory.
You can't avoid that.
No, you can't avoid it because the article clearly says The reason why they couldn't switch the real explosives with the fake ones is because somebody called. That would have tipped them. That would tip.
Make them do a raid. Fuck switching. If
no, they would have tipped the bomb off. When the article clearly says it still didn't know what the target was supposed to be.
Whatever the
they know, bro. They still didn't know what the target is supposed to be. And only catching one person. And only catching one person. Would not have probably
okay, I agree with you. I agree with you. Whatever reason they did it, they let it happen.
No, they didn't let it happen. Yes. How are you saying that? They didn't know where the bombing even was going to be. How they gonna stop something that they didn't even know it was gonna be?
It's our only link to the information, and niggas trying to kill it. It's a sad.
Like, come on, bro. Like, that shit is sad, nigga. Like, you can't just simply say, "Oh, they let it happen" because they didn't arrest one guy.
Why they ain't go do simultaneous raids and get them all?
Now you want to inject all kind of fucking bullshit, straw man arguments. I don't know, motherfucker. Why your ass don't like blueberries? I don't fucking know.
What the FBI do? They don't conduct simultaneous raids on suspects across the country
when they have information, when they've thoroughly done their police work.
Right.
And they've thoroughly done an investigation, and they have most of the players on board.
Right. So they were able to stop 4 bombings. Ramsey Youssef not having anything to do with the 4 bombings that never happened. If they could have stopped all 5. If they
nigga, that's a slippery slope fallacy, nigga. You just can't say if they would, they could. Since they did this, they could have done that. Get the fuck out of here. That doesn't mean that, bro. Like, how are you trying to make that a reality?
Shit, because it is. That is the reality.
No, it's not.
That's what the article says.
No, the article doesn't say that. The article doesn't say, "Oh, well, they stopped 4. They stopped 4 after the World Trade. They could have stopped the first one." It doesn't say that at all. You interjected some more.
You know the 3 words that were common in those 3 articles that I showed you?
I don't know, nigga. I don't know what caught your intellect.
Right. The common word in each one was tapes. Take
what, motherfucker?
Not show the informer.
What, motherfucker?
Proposal. Bombing.
What, motherfucker? What, motherfucker?
Tapes.
Did you say tapes?
Yeah, tapes.
Tapes, nigga?
Yeah, tapes.
Nigga, and putting shit on those tapes that incriminated them fucking FBI agents, according to that article.
Right, according to the article. But
right, that you bought out.
According to what we're reading, the FBI knew that this shit was going to happen.
They didn't know where, nigga. They didn't know where. I know somewhere.
But they knew where the bomb was.
What does it say they knew where the bomb was?
When they planned to jump in there and replace the motherfucking false powder. They replace the powder with
did they say they had the bomb or the powder?
They knew where the bomb was.
Where do you get that information in any of those articles you read that they knew where the bomb was?
So how do you plan to break in somebody's house?
You fucking made that up again.
Does anybody else get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but the shit is weak, bro. You keep assuming shit and interjecting shit,
bro.
Because they didn't know where the fucking bomb was.
Okay, hold on. This is it, bro. I'm gonna kill you one more time, bro.
Nigga, you ain't killed me the first time, nigga.
This is it. Okay,
show me where they knew where the bomb was.
Okay, so if you get tipped off by a neighbor, right, and they say the bomb is next door, and then
they didn't say the neighbor didn't say the bomb was next door. You just made that shit up.
I did. I definitely did. A neighbor, 4 doors down. What you want me to do, bro?
Yeah, I want you to tell the fucking truth.
The neighbor told him that the FBI was gonna search his place.
Right. They was like, man, somebody breaking in your shit. You think the FBI came in there? You think the FBI came in there to do some sneak shit dressed like FBI agents? No. Somebody, hey, nigga, somebody breaking in your shit.
Man, I believe that article is covering shit up too. You know, it's control.
Well, Taz shouldn't have bought it out. Taz shouldn't have bought it out.
I brought it out because it's the last piece of information.
Okay, then, well, that's all you got, homie. And it ain't enough to support your argument, homeboy.
Oh no, my argument.
No, your argument is dead. Far away. Yeah, he sure do sound far away from this topic.
Let me see if I can fix this here. But yeah, it's we definitely have the argument lined up. What we don't have is the tapes. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to prove that those tapes do exist.
Yeah, the tapes do exist. I don't deny that the tapes do exist.
And
tapes do exist, but it seems to be that the only tapes that they have, I'm sure the FBI got tapes of his recordings, but he recorded for himself. So those are the tapes that are in question.
Yeah,
and then part of the disagreement that they had, according to the source, was that he refused to wear their recorder.
Right.
And probably that's because he was wearing his own.
A lot of the information been suppressed, though, right? You do agree with that?
I'm sure. I'm sure if it's a trial going on, if it's the FBI or government, I'm sure that's information that's suppressed.
No, it's about
but
even
I don't know what that is, and neither do fucking you.
Oh no, I know what it is. I just told
you. Nigga, you assuming.
No, I told you what it was.
No, you can't tell me, nigga. You can't tell me. You gotta show me. See, you won't last with that lookership bullshit. No, nigga, prove it.
I just did.
Now next thing you're gonna show, you're gonna tell me that this was motherfucking Muslim with fucking oxtails and bat wings and shit.
No, I wouldn't. I'm gonna stick to what
sound like Lance.
The information says the FBI was in on it. They allowed it.
It says that they were not in on it. They were investigating it. And your information says that they tried to foil it in one article. And then the third article, or the second article you brought out, says they tried to even switch the real powder for fake powder. The only reason why you would try to do that is so that a bomb won't go off.
Right.
So that does it. By that alone, it means that they were not complicit in the bombing.
The mere fact that
because we clearly see their intentions. Now, I would agree with you if you say they dropped the ball. I agree that they may have dropped the ball.
You can't.
But that happens in
police if you don't know where the bomb is. I don't.
Bro, but they knew where the person was who had the powder. And if you're probably any type of terrorist, I don't really know. But I wouldn't keep the bomb and the powder together until it's time. I'm doing everything clandestine. I'm hiding everything.
Now you get to add your own scenario.
I just said that was my shit. Right, if that was me, I wouldn't keep the fucking bomb in my closet and be like, "Hey, bring me the powder." So then I gotta load both of the motherfuckers downstairs at the same time.
Data, information, facts, something to back me up, but it's not me. It's you, the nigga that can't show no facts and data.
The facts. I don't have to show any facts and data because you did already.
Mm-hmm. I showed you everything.
You showed enough facts and data that cut your ass off at the knee.
Right. So now you have to show me how Ramsey Youssef did it.
I don't have to show you shit. You showed it already. What are you talking about? I'm using the information you provided. I'm using the information you provided.
Still ain't got to pulling them trucks in there yet.
What the fuck are you talking about? I'm using the information you provided.
You don't know if they pulled the Ryder trucks in there yet?
Man, I don't give a fuck if it was U-Haul, Ryder, fucking, what's them fucking ice cream trucks in this book? What they call?
You don't want to deal with the information.
No, you don't want to deal with the information because you want it to be what Taz wants it to be. You and Solomon.
It's not what I want. It's what it is, bro.
No, that's not what it is. It's conspiracy theory. That's Taz and his conspiracy theory at its finest. That shit might sell, nigga. It might get you some views. That don't make it true.
I got you. Now I know you're on board with the FBI. I just didn't know that. Listen, it's me versus the FBI.
Hey, nigga, yeah, I'll turn your ass in. I'll turn states on your ass in a heartbeat, Taz.
Listen, you better hope they use it because they didn't use it to stop that bombing plot, nigga.
Hey. Hey, I'm gonna come in with a whole different angle, bro.
They ain't guaranteed to use the information.
No, but of course, and that's what he was. And matter of fact, your article was saying that the FBI was trying to get the informant to get them to incriminate themselves. So that tells you he didn't even have enough information.
For what?
For the bombing. In 93 at the World Trade. He didn't have enough information.
Well, no, they had enough information. That's why you need them to incriminate.
No, they said it was trying to get him. They was trying to get him to say, hey, look, get them to incriminate themselves.
But that's what I'm saying. If you're saying they dropped the ball, I won't even argue with that.
But I won't disagree with the fact that the FBI dropped the ball. But to say that they were in on it, that's bad terminology, that's poor rhetoric, and it's unsubstantiated claim. Anything outside of that is conspiracy.
I just substantiated the claim.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't substantiate anything. You just assumed that you knew what the fuck you was talking about.
I gotta admit though, you're pretty good on the fly debater after you making up shit.
Nigga, you just inserted a whole paragraph into that article that it wasn't even there.
Because I know the information.
Yeah, nigga, no, nigga, you off the top of your dome, you inserted a whole paragraph. And if I would have said where it's at in the article, you would have been like, I just read that in the article.
This is exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
I just read that in the article. You inserted a whole fucking paragraph
that article, nigga.
in scenario
for you
that wasn't even there, nigga. I didn't pull up nothing. I didn't pull up nothing.
I got that shit for a nigga that don't know nothing.
Yeah, and I caught your ass.
That wasn't for me.
Yeah, nigga, your ass got caught.
I know all that
nigga.
information, nigga. I told you.
Nigga, you don't know shit. You don't know shit, nigga, because you still ain't proved how that motherfucker gave them any information as to the whereabouts, as the date, time, and location.
I told you they knew about it.
Okay, so nigga, I know about fucking.
You're not
fucking the NBA playoffs, but I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what fucking
FBI.
What you mean?
You're not the FBI. We're talking about the FBI.
So you think the FBI knows all, nigga?
Nigga, they know about that. Why?
So you think the FBI knows all? So the FBI is all.
Y'all Rollins to the debate. He was the FBI.
That's what this nigga doing. Just put a fuck on it, bro.
So you think the FBI nigga is omniscient? They know everything, nigga.
That's where you lost me.
So the FBI is God now?
No. So
the FBI knows everything? Is that what you're saying to me right now, bro? Is that what you're saying? That the FBI knows all? So the FBI knows all. This is what this nigga is trying to get us to believe, that the FBI knows all things.
Like, bro, I ain't gonna take the fucking bait, bro. Fuck you, bro.
Yeah, I thought so.
Fuck you, nigga. That called me to lose my mother.
Nigga, I'll slap your dog.
You're supposed to be fucking debating fucking like, not me, nigga. What the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, nigga, you didn't kill it. Cause I'm gonna use all those articles, but
all on my computer and shit, looking up shit, bro, man.
Sweating and shit, sorting that shirt.
I ain't sweating, but I am
circling the keys and shit.
We'll be debating the goddamn earth tomorrow and shit, bro. Sitting here debating some bullshit about the
Man, I gave you a worthy debate, nigga. You finna debate the earth with a moron that believe the motherfucking earth is a pyramid.
Yeah, I'm like I said, man, I'm gonna go to Copernicus and on in from there.
Yeah, he's dead, bro.
Yeah. Anybody who's ever said the world was round and passing, very behind their name. That's about it.
Hey, that's what's up, though, man. You good solid off the fly. You good solid off the fly debater, man. You a lying ass motherfucker, Taz.
It's some info to go with that, bro. I'm telling you. It's some things to go. See what Swallow was saying about that shit, bro. It's shit that they not saying.
I agree with that. I didn't disagree with what Swallow was saying. Like, I agree that nobody's gonna tell you everything, bro. Yes, that's why when you brought up the Baltimore Sun and the New York Times, I'm like, shit, the fucking FBI own that shit too.
Yeah, that's the last piece of information on it available, though, bro.
That's what I'm telling you.
Last piece of information.
They're not going to incriminate themselves, so what you going to say? You ain't going to do nothing but come up with a conspiracy theory.
Everything that you would need is in Building 7.
We need common sense, bro.
Hey, didn't Building 7 go down too?
They took that shit right down in front of us. All the information we would need is right there.
Without getting hit by a plane. I wonder what's an inside job.
Hey, I'm gonna put this out here just so y'all can look it up, right? Just so y'all can look it up. I think they had in Canada some like these architects, right? And they're gonna try to make the assertion that it could have been an inside job, but not really an inside job. These architects, these group of architects got together and they went over the plans, especially for Building 7. They went over the plans and they said, shit, let's see why this building came down, even though it wasn't hit by a plane, right? So they went over it. They looked at the actual drawings of the building. Now, I know this information is true to a degree because of some construction plans I've seen, like in Chicago. They have what they call like these, how can I explain it? They like floor breakers. What you say, Yukanar?
Oh, my bad. I didn't know my mic was muted.
Okay. They have like these floor breakers that if there's like an explosion or a fire or something like that, because the buildings are in between other high-rise buildings, they don't want the buildings to fall over to the left or to the right, to the front or to the back. So they're designed to fall flat down if they've been demolished. Y'all should go study that shit.
Bro, that's old shit. That's why we know what the fuck we talking about.
Shut your stank ass up, nigga. Ain't nobody talking about you.
I think that was debunked in Loose Change, if I'm not mistaken. You said a Canadian study group.
Yeah.
That was the Loose Change.
Yeah. And they kind of said, well, we can't kind of say it was, but we can't kind of say it wasn't. It looks shady, but though we see how it could not have been. And so, like, this is what I'm saying. Like, it's like, if you really look at how those buildings are made, they're made to come down like that, especially when they're surrounded by other high rises, like Building 7 was. Now, what made it come down, I believe they claimed was that there was debris from Tower 2 that fell into the building. And
if you breaking up for someone, is that me?
That's you.
Yeah.
So breaking up.
Like, there was some debris from Tower 2. I don't really know whether or not all of that is true or not.
That's why you shouldn't be talking.
You know what I'm saying? About Building 7. Shut your lamb ass up. So about Building 7, because after 9/11, occurred, the first time you can get down there and they let you get around there, I actually went there. So because I just wanted to see it before they before they moved all the shit, before they scooped it up. So I didn't know that Building 7 was as close to Building 2. I didn't know that until I actually went to New York, seeing it for myself. I didn't know it was that close to each other.
I mean, that whole moment in history is just unrealistic.
Yeah.
Because
I didn't. Yeah.
Like coming out of Corona and shit, like this shit was real.
No, and see, that's the thing, Taz. Like, it was like a plaza. So if I'm not mistaken, if anybody's from New York, I think they had like buildings 1 through something. All the buildings weren't the same height. So they had buildings like 1 through something else. And the Twin Towers was the tallest buildings. But they had individual buildings. But it was all in a plaza. It was in a big giant plaza.
It's being hit by some debris, a building is gonna fall down symmetrically.
Hey, look, bro. I'm not, like I said, when it comes to Building 7, I know a plane didn't hit it.
Right.
So, but I do know it was close to Tower 2. It was close to Tower 2.
That don't mean shit.
It does.
Being close to another building on fire doesn't even.
But when they say debris fell on it and that's what caused it, I can say okay, because it was that I didn't know that they're like close, like
debris fell on it.
There's like
what happened was
Don't say
I mean, I don't, like I said, what they said, just the brief from building two.
Symmetric too. So I mean, what the brief?
No, when the actual plane hit, the top portion of building 2 actually came off when you look at it.
No.
Yes, it did, bro.
Hell no.
This nigga said it came off.
Yeah, in building, yes, it did, bro. It fell off. Yes, it did. And it fell onto building 7.
Wait, what? Hold on, man.
Arguing with this motherfucker, bro. Man, hell no. You talking about what?
Man, I hate dealing with low-minded niggas. Watch this. Watch this, man. Watch this. Hold on. It did, bro.
Fucked up, bro. I got to fuck 2 hours there.
Now that goes to explain why they just took that shit down.
You saying they took it down, bro?
2 hours of his life.
They literally said we gonna.
No, he gonna say that shit tomorrow when he be arguing this nigga about this pyramid Earth.
You don't remember they literally said we gotta pull it before it blows up, before it falls. So they just blew the shit up. I'm trying to figure out how they get explosives in a building in like 2 seconds. That shit was full of explosives. It took them like 30 seconds.
Hey, here you go right here.
Those buildings already have them in there, though. Right
here you go right. They already have them in there, bro. Hold on, I'm gonna
go right here.
Why would you have explosives in the building?
It's the demolition person. They already set up.
Right.
This photo of the World Trade Center bombing that I've never seen.
Man,
hold on. You saying for demolition purposes, the bomb, there are already explosives in there?
Yeah, we got stuff already.
That's crazy, bro.
So that means
that bro, I'm telling you,
was a demolition.
No, bro, no.
That's why is it all the exact same?
That's what it looks
like. Because they're made to fall like that because of the surrounding buildings.
Hey,
bro, I've seen them draw it on plans, bro. I've looked at it with my own eyes. They do it in Chicago all the time. They doing it, bro. They do it in Chicago all the time. I've laid my physical eyes on the schematics, on plans of these breakers on these floors. They're made like that.
Why would a building that they didn't use that to fall?
They did use it. They did use it. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the other 2 buildings.
They did use it. What are you talking about? It's built into the structure. When they first put the steel. When they first put the steel. Right. And I'm going to read it right here. World Trade Center 7 building did not collapse through the fire report. Watch what it says. A group of engineers and architects is demanding American National Institute of Technology retract and correct a 2008 report. Shut up, Goofy. One of the 3 World Trade Center buildings collapsed because fire weakened the steel, supporting it in 9/11 terrorist attacks. That's not what happened. Right. It says the architects and engineers of 9/11 has formally filed a request for correction.
That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Right? They said bullshit.
It says that the word. No, bro, it's not correcting their lies. We said in it. No, bro. And would you shut up? It says the World Trade Center building 7 collapse was a near simultaneous failure of every column in the building, and this was NST finding that it was heat caused. Right. That's what they call them right here. Beams to walk off the moorings. That's what they call them. Those things that they have on those floors, and it makes the buildings collapse. It makes the floors fall, pancake down on each other. That's what they call it.
Right.
September 11 is the tragedy.
I'm with Professor Griff on this one, bro.
That's why that nigga is the dumbest nigga in the universe.
Everything after that is a lie.
That nigga's the dumbest nigga in the universe, bro. Professor Griff, stop, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
That was real with that shit, though, bro.
Right. From an engineering perspective, watch this, bro. From an engineering perspective, it's imperative to understand how and why this building came down under design low conditions.
So tell me, what material is these terrorist IDs made of?
Hey.
That they survived the goddamn bombs and flashes and shit. You know they found their IDs, bro.
Yeah, but they didn't find their bodies. The study says NIST made some fundamental errors in how
you don't find a body.
What are you talking about, bro?
That don't concern you.
No, they didn't find their IDs in the goddamn rubble. They had copies of their IDs with the planes that they rented.
Muhammad Atta wasn't even there, bro.
The rigidity of the outside building frame and that the heat generated by the fire did not trigger thermal movements at the critical base plate.
Muhammad Atta's dad said he wasn't there, bro.
Well, who gives a fuck what he says? He's a liar, which includes families of those killed. A certain investigation is flawed, and that the conclusions is that what happened must be based on science and engineering. And except, listen, bro, this is what me and Taz was just talking about. It says that except that control. No, I'm talking about this article from Canada, this report from Canada.
Oh yeah.
And except that controlled demolition is a plausible cause. For expediency, and because it was not hit by a plane, the study looked only at World Trade Center 7, not the other two. The AE 9/11 team has long claimed all three buildings were subject to something beyond heat-induced failure. The report notes that the outside frame was more flexible than the inside framing, which is where the elevator shafts were, says McMaster University professor emeritus of civil engineering, a fellow of Canadian Society of Civil Engineering, who was one of the two peers who reviewed the UAF study. Under the conditions described, the displacement of the outside steel would have been only 1 inch, not 6.25 that the NIS team claimed, and not enough to cause failure. Further, he says the debris from World Trade Center 1, which fell 943 feet to World Trade Center 7. See, it says it fell. Debris actually from that building fell on World Trade 7. But listen to what he says. He says it did not attain sufficient mass to cause structural damage to the steel in that building. He said the bottom line, he says, is that the NSC report is flawed and is no value to future engineering or architectural learning. The last report adds new amendments to long-standing claims that the AIT that all three of the buildings should not have collapsed in a spectacular and deadly manner they did. Further, Coral underlines this. There was nothing in the offices beyond basic desks, chairs, computers, paper, and such to be combustible nature as to feed a fire to raise the temperature to above 1400 degrees Celsius and melt the steel structure. We don't even know if the steel was fireproofed. You see what I'm saying? They don't know how the building was really, how the steel was really made. And I think one of the reports was saying that they got that bogus ass steel to use those buildings from China. And that's why the US stopped buying steel from China, because the shit was like made with aluminum core or some shit on the inside. It wasn't really real steel. It says the group makes no sense, bro. It says no groups. What you saying?
You believe that shit?
Nigga, you believe motherfuckers is walking around with their heads in their chest. Nigga, don't ever ask me that shit. People don't make sure certain as to why it may have been controlled demolition. It says the only interest is ensuring that there's no need to rethink the structural steel design of high-rises because the design was not at fault. University of Engineering professor Leroy Huxley, principal investigator, researcher, says Fangs, or now an associate professor at whatever that Chinese University of Science and Technology at Zhejiang, Nara Branch engineer, Carolina Department of Transportation, found the design standard in the building was not exceeded by the fire, and that simultaneously controlled demolition caused this construction steel to fail.
Right, you hear that?
Fires could not, yeah, fires could not, yeah.
What those civil engineers said?
No, that's what he said. Just that one guy.
All of them.
All of them didn't say that. No, this is what it said.
Read it again, nigga.
No, you said all of them said it. You said all of them said it, bro. Here it is. God damn.
Why did you just go through your own shit?
Bro, listen, bro. Listen, man. We ain't got to go through all that. It says that they said it was a plausible idea. They all didn't agree with that. They said it's plausible. It's a possibility. He's the one, this one lone guy said, yeah, that's what I'm saying that happened.
No. Go back down just a little bit. Where it say UAF.
Where?
Right there. All of those people agree.
He assists this guy. What are you talking about?
All of them. The professor.
He says now an associate professor. It says U.S. civil engineer, principal investigator, his research assistant. Fang Shou, now an assistant examiner of science department of technology, now a bridge engineer for the South Carolina Department of Transportation, find that the design standard of the building was not exceeded by the fire and the simultaneous ability to control demolition caused the structural skills to fail. Only these guys said that. The other guys up here said it's a possibility.
We talking about that one paragraph. Why you keep going out?
No, because that's the whole commission. Because the paragraph up here is the people that created the report that you're reading. You fucking moron.
This report was already debunked.
What?
That was already
It wasn't.
That was the
It wasn't.
loose change. Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't. It says the
that's one of the first. That was one of the first arguments that was debunked, bro.
What are you talking? That's not.
I can't believe niggas still believe this shit.
It's not, nigga. Cause you morons drink fucking Kool-Aid out the fucking toilet. So everything y'all hear that sound like a conspiracy. Y'all think it's real. See, this is the problem of the fucking dumbing down of America, of Black America. It says, let's read the final conclusion.
What's your final conclusion on Building 7, bro?
They don't know how the fucking thing fell.
No, what's your final conclusion?
That there was a structural failure.
It was a fucking inside job.
No, a structural failure, bro.
Inside job, nigga.
Now, y'all, nigga, you're saying that. You have no proof of that.
I have Larry Silverstein saying to board the building.
You have no proof of that.
Right. Larry Silverstein saying take it down.
Did you hear what I said? You have no proof of that.
Larry Silverstein saying?
You ain't got no proof that the fucking building was an inside job. There's no proof. This is what I keep trying to tell you, bro. Bro, I don't care what you say. He has no fucking proof.
If the man who owned the
watch this. Where's his proof?
If the man who owns the building.
No, where's his proof?
If the man who owns
the building's down,
take it down.
Where is his proof?
Make it an inside job.
Where's his proof that the FBI or some type of agency under the U.S. that belonged to the U.S. government came in and demolished Building 7? Where is his proof?
He said, take the building down.
Where is his?
Where's the proof of that? We don't even have no proof that it was no damage to Building 7.
Enough said. Enough said. So you're saying we don't even have proof there was enough. There was even damage to Building 7, but you just supported these motherfuckers right here in this article saying, see, they said it was an inside job. You were confused as lamb.
Well, no, I'm just letting you know what
you're no longer the goat. You are a lamb.
That literally told you that what you're saying ain't.
You are a lamb's chop, bro. Now you're going against the information you just agreed with 5 minutes ago. I think you should.
But you,
hey, bro, it's past your bedtime, bro. Why don't you go lay it down? You got a whack ass.
For them to say that buildings are meant to fall.
You got a whack ass. It's true. You got a whack ass. You got a whack ass debate coming tomorrow that you gotta prepare for. So go ahead and do it, bro. Like sign off, Taz. You got a whack ass debate tomorrow. Go get some sleep. Go get some sleep. Because that debate you got coming tomorrow gonna take more out of you than the whole season.
I promise you. They all made the fall inward. Yeah. I promise you.
I don't give a fuck about that debate. Fuck that debate.
So ain't no fuck that debate. Hey, I'm telling you, man, don't even waste your time.
They trying to tell you you got too many hours on the subject matter. You're going to have to go.
They build buildings too far.
Hey man, look what it says. Even if they did, they would not trigger a horizontal progression of core failures, and the team was unable to find any other plausible cause for the breakfast sequence of phase. Their conclusion is that columns 79, 80, and 81 did not fail at the lower floors of the building or were not subjected to above floor 30 because there was no fires there. So they said they don't know.
Right.
They don't know.
Controlled demolition. We know.
Bro, y'all keep saying controlled demolition. The buildings are made to collapse that way. Yeah, y'all don't. I don't understand what's the matter with my people.
So you telling me right now, bro? So you telling me right now that buildings are already set up with the explosives inside of them?
No, not explosives. Here, I'm gonna show you what they call right here. I'm gonna show you what they call.
Show me.
That's what you said.
No, I'm showing you what. No, I'm not. I'm showing you what they call.
Nah, bro.
No, I'm showing what they call them. They're called
with the
moorings.
building coming down and show.
No, they're called moorings. So what happens is when there's pressure, no, bro, listen.
Where there was explosives blowing out the side of the building before the collapse ever got there.
There wasn't explosives. You have no proof of that. What you saw was fire and heat. Have you ever seen a fire in a house? Anybody ever seen a burning house or burning building?
You saying this?
Listen to me, man. Has anybody ever seen a burning house or a burning building?
Of the building.
Who said they seen a burning building?
You've never seen it?
Has anybody ever seen a burning building?
This is sad.
If you've seen a burning building or watch a house burn to the ground or watch a burning building, the heat itself will make the windows shatter. Doesn't have to be some goddamn C4 explosive. Like, stop making shit up. I told your ass to go to bed, Taz.
I'm gonna kill you in this debate, though.
You're not. You know you're gonna do just what Taz did. Come in here and bring a whole bunch of shit that you can't prove. And I'm gonna beat you up because I'm gonna ask you the same fucking questions. Where's your proof?
I mean, but your inability to.
No, nigga, where's your proof? You made a whole bunch of conjecture of shit you couldn't substantiate. Where's your proof? Who were the people that planted the explosives? Where did they plant the explosives? What type of explosives did they use? When did they plan this? When did they plan this and why? Answer me the fucking questions, then see me in a debate. Because that's what I'm gonna ask you. And you're not gonna have anything to show for it. You're gonna show me some fucking movie.
Oh no.
Or some fucking sloppy, fat, greasy,
I'm gonna show you
hero eating, crusty ass fat white boy.
I'm gonna show you Marvin.
You gonna show me what?
Marvin.
Man, stop, man. Let's have this debate, bro. Don't you taint it no more.
Yeah, yo.
Don't you taint it no more.
You the one tainted it.
No, nigga, you tainted it. I ain't moved from my premise, nigga.
But by even talking to the GOAT about anything about the
nigga, you're a lamb.
Like
a sheep before his shears is done.
I had some shit pulled up right now, so I ain't gonna put it up. But just know, you know, I'll tag you and tag you again, like, bro.
Hey,
game with me, bro.
Hey, Suave won points for it, so I'm gonna have the debate with Suave.
1 point. 1 point for what? No, I thought this was your off-season debate.
Nah, I don't do no off-season debates, man.
You did one last year with me.
That was during the season.
But you wasn't in the league.
But you got points for it.
You was the outside.
No, I was never the outsider, nigga. Don't ever believe that shit. Don't ever believe that. That's far from being a
subject matter.
That's far from being a
judge. You don't even know what the fuck you're listening to.
Hey, bro, let me tell you something.
Here last night.
I heard what Suave heard.
I ain't got time. I'm fucking. We'll do this another day. We'll do it another day, bro.
I heard what Suave heard.
I'm telling you bullshit.
Hey, matter of fact, I heard what Suave and Blue heard.
Yeah.
It was a good debate, though. Very good debate. Very tough debate to judge. I will say that. That shit was hard.
Yeah, no, you know me, man.
That shit was hard. That shit was hard. Yeah, that shit was hard. That shit was hard. Yeah, that's
I expect 2 more like that though, man. T-Duck, I look for that to be, in and out, but I look for the other 2.
T-Duck.
Yeah, I look for him to be in and out, man. But the other 2 debates, I look for to be pretty good. I look for them to be good down to the wire.
This the heavyweight class. Y'all had the first one last night. So y'all got some heavy debates going. That shit was hard. I ain't gonna lie. That shit was hard.
And they beat the hell out of Blue last night, man.
I can't say beat the hell out of him. I don't see that at all.
Blue ain't doing not one. I think you're gonna build. Blue ain't said we were gonna build with him.
I like see.
I just think if
I like Swab. I like my bad.
No, I'm just gonna say I think if he come out of Liberia and start jumping all over the continent talking that cryptocurrency and that money shit, I'm dead. That's what I was most worried about. That's literally easy angle to get me on is, well, we need to establish build this money up. You can make money right here in America. Fuck with these niggas. What is that talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like I thought that was the thought I was gonna die on.
I like your idea, your angle. I liked your angle that you took, Taz, better than Blue's. But I felt like, again, that it was really close. Stop, boy. That it was really close, and that in that rapid fire round, because I had y'all scored. I had y'all scored even in the opening. I had y'all scored even in the premise. And for me, it just came down to that really that one round pretty much.
But yeah, that's why I respect it though. Like I said, for me that let me know though, okay, so I'm debating my belt with the rules with Yara being the judge. That's, you know what I'm saying, know your judges. So I mean,
yeah, because like me, I'm like, to me, it's like you got a warrior in this corner, you got a warrior in that corner. I'm like, I don't care, nigga, throw the kitchen sink at each other, throw everything, throw shoes, boots, chairs, throw everything. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. Like, get it in.
I call
like
myself doing it professional, and like I said, I just know even with your style, you want to see more mixing up. You don't want this soft shoeing around. Nice.
I want like show like I want you to convince me.
Blue was doing that.
Yeah, Blue came with it. Yeah, Blue came with it last night.
But like
and I was like,
I said in the pre-debate show, that's the round I was worried about though. I didn't want to go into that round and do too much. But so I ended up going and doing not enough. But I didn't want to do too much. I didn't want to say something that he catch on like, oh, wait, say what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was worried about that more than anything.
Yeah. But he kind of did though anyway, still. But it was like, and I was like, oh shit, Blue really is like the rapid fire like king, because like that's when I really saw him more relaxed. I'm like, he done psyched himself up to believe the hype that he's the rapid fire champion. And so like, because he was like more relaxed in that round. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga,
that nigga.
Hey, that man, look, tell me something that Blue said that y'all remember.
Oh, I got my notes right here.
No, I don't need no notes.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you
what he said in his opening that I remember that the judges didn't give me credit for that I acknowledged. He said we definitely need to focus on home. And I said that I would never say that about his argument. I would never say we need to focus on Africa at all. But I ain't getting no points for no credit for that. But that's something he said.
I mean, you can't say I don't know what the other judges did, so I can't really speak for them. But like I scored y'all both even in that open.
Voted for me, that's what they did.
Yeah, well, I voted. I scored y'all even.
Right.
In that
You gave him a even score for a rebuttal ass fucking open.
Yeah, I did. I did because you started to, And I was gonna give it to you because I was like, all right, all Taz got to do is just come give his opening. But you came in and you started rebutting, and I get why you did it. That's because he was rebutting in his opening. But once you did that, then I got to be fair.
So you
and counsel you out.
It. I just
but you came back,
and I didn't rebut. I just acknowledged it.
Yeah, you came. Yeah, it was it sounded like a rebuttal to me. I'm just gonna say. Because that's what I got over here on the side. I was like, Blue. Yeah. I said, like, Blue opening is more of a rebuttal. That's what I'm no say on the side. And then I was like,
I didn't help myself by saying, I know this sounds like a rebuttal, but it's already in my. I shouldn't have said that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I liked your argument. I liked your argument better. I felt Blue was just more technical. I don't think he was using logical fallacies things, right? He kept repeating. Because I thought
he was breaking that up big time.
Yeah, because I thought he was more big in the question. I thought he would have got you more if he said
with that garbage. If he hear you hear Blue, did you think I said that or was you on
Blue thought we was gonna remember that shit. Say that shit. Yeah, no, he thought that we was just going that we wanted to. He was I believe Blue hoping we weren't listening when he said this. Because I heard exactly what he said.
That's what it sounded like. It sounded like
okay.
If Garvey and them
he was like, we can have both. That's what I heard. That's what I wrote down. He said, why can't we have both?
Could it be sometime when you showing your evidence? Because I thought in your opening you're supposed to show like a lot of evidence. And I think sometimes when you're showing your evidence, it might sound like a rebuttal, but you just presenting your evidence within your opening.
Yeah, that can happen.
Hey, play my opening real quick.
Yeah, that can happen sometimes because I'm gonna tell you what Blue did. He started reading Taz's premise that he sent in, and that was the mistake. He started reading his premise and he started rebutting his premise. I'm like, shit, Blue, you can't do that, bro. I'm like, this is your opening, but you're rebutting this man's premise.
See, that's how it looked like. I mean, I might have to go back to my state debates.
Yeah.
It just felt like that's how Domo and Chris, and they, especially Chris, it seemed like that's like the first thing you do is put your premise up on the first and beat that shit the fuck up before they even start. Like,
yeah.
That's what I was trying to say.
Oh, okay. I got you. I got you. Trying to take the argument away from him.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah. But like, and so I think, because I think you threw Taz off by doing it. And he was just like, well, I got to say something because this nigga addressed it. I was like, I hope Taz don't address it because then Blue, like, he's going to lose that round. But when he came back and started butting, I was like, oh shit, well, that's the end of that.
That's what I was trying to do. To keep every round.
That was the end of that.
That's what I was saying. That's all.
Yeah, and you did get him to do it. He didn't end his opening round addressing it, but you got him in the beginning. Like when he came out, he was just like, well,
I want you to play it though. I want you to play it. Somebody play it, whoever. The thing what I actually the reason why I think he ended with relationship, and that was the first slide of mine with the definition of relationship.
Yeah.
And so it was like it naturally, because I don't have a script. So you know what I'm saying? Like I think it's like the last word he left off with was the first word in, you know what I'm saying, my opening. So it was like, how do you not say nothing? Because it's gonna look like you're rebutting. And I'm not.
Actually, your opening is not a rebuttal. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, one thing stuck out to me, and were you able to repeat that, Yara? Yeah, but in his opening, he still came out rebutted what Blue said.
Yeah, I acknowledge.
The way Blue said is what you're saying.
I'm not.
No, Blue. To me, Blue completely like fucked up his opening. He just came out rebutted my man's premise. But Taz, when he started his opening in the very beginning, he started to rebut what Blue was saying. And I'm like, bro, you can't.
But I think that was his first line though on his screen share was about relationship.
Well, but yeah, because Blue was rebutting his premise. And so, like, I didn't hear where Taz was like, well, nigga, this is a rebuttal. See, y'all gotta like call this out like he's rebutting. No, you didn't say that, bro, until watch this. Play it back.
Play it back, then. Somebody.
Play it back.
Who got it? What's Suave at? Suave the master of that shit.
So and then like because what I heard and see what I heard man, I just lost my thought. Because I heard Taz say something and Blue was like oh man, what did Blue say?
I know the shit part, and I know that was it on because his screen was like Blue, like opening Blue.
No,
it was the whole thing.
I feel like it wasn't fully like, though it sounded, maybe my aggression made it sound a little bit too much like it was, but I felt like I was setting your premise to hold you to a standard.
Oh, I'm glad you said that.
You know what I'm saying? The fallacy that I seen in your premise.
That's what it was.
And then I was trying to set the stage for what I was actually arguing. Because I was saying in your premise, you had building a nation in Africa. That was the first thing, that was the first fallacy I called out. I'm like, this ain't even what I said in the debate. And then, I mean, that's why I opened like that. Because I'm like, hold on. Because I wanted to set it the record straight before you come in after me talking about building a nation. I'm like, hold on.
Right.
No, we ain't talking about building a
nation. Yeah. And so this is why I thought Taz was finna bury you, bro. I thought he was finna bury you on this. Because Taz came out and he started defining that his debate was about focus, right? Focusing on the right thing, focusing on the things we need to do here in America. You came back and said, no, I'm going to use this definition for focus.
Yeah, because that cost me in the debate with you. And almost said that shit. That's why I made sure immediately. I said, no.
I was like, Taz should kill him. I said, because if he don't address that, it's over. I was like, if he don't address it,
first thing I addressed,
because he ain't gonna be able to come back. So I felt like you coming back and redefining it again, like you kind of redeemed yourself, and like you kind of like canceled that out with him because he was gonna kill you on that because he stayed with that premise the whole time. And he was like, no, this is what I'm saying we should focus on, because then you gave the definition. And I was like, yeah, that could go either way.
Yeah, I honestly didn't want to fuck with that loose ass definition. That was a waste of time, you know.
It was smart. It was smart that you didn't too, because that would have been a rabbit hole for you.
Yeah, because I would have
tried to take you somewhere else. Yeah,
for you to go there.
Yeah, I was like,
I could have used the first definition, and it still says the same thing.
Yep.
But I wanted you to chase that three that would have wasted about a minute and a half.
He didn't bite. He didn't blue. You should have given some pros to rebuild. Yeah, no pros to rebuild. Everything you said was talking about America. Yeah.
Cautious. I don't really debate like that. I was extra cautious though, because I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah, I thought you was gonna follow that rabbit hole, Taz, but you didn't.
No.
And I was like, oh shit. Because I saw the setup.
That rabbit hole, man. He should have been talking about the pros of rebuilding with Africa the whole time. Fuck what Taz talking about. The bullshit going on over here. Look how hot this shit is over here, man. We need some of this shit in our life. He didn't go there. He didn't know that. That's a bad route. See, I like where he went. I just think he just focused on the wrong place too long. I was sitting here shook that argument was going to start. No, it's fucked up over here. If that argument go to other places, bro, it's like, fuck. How do you?
The main reason why do I stay on to me, when you go with those ain't my people, to me that resonates with a lot of the judges. You know what I'm saying? So I want to stay away from that. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I don't want to get into no argument on who our people is over there, the culture. So that's why my argument, like, first, I'm like, hold on. This is a country You know what I mean? These countries in Liberia where our culture is what dominates over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it ain't right. And these is you can't say these ain't our people because we went over there and established it. So that's why I was trying to make sure that you can't say there's no connection between us and them because I didn't want to go that
I wasn't going that route.
Let me ask you.
But
what's a Liberian resource that we can use?
We got rubber. We got gold. We got
I mean, everything you think of when you think of.
Yeah, we got a bunch of shit.
And who in America already? What black company in America already using that?
I don't know.
When have you heard that? And this is what we was talking about earlier. What leader ever told us about Liberia? Like even when we came into this country shit.
They're talking about a rich nigga that
niggas was raising money from us and shit, taking our money to like, and not one time did they say we're going to like we already got some shit already set up. We got niggas that went to Israel and got stuck.
They ain't get stuck. They set up shop. They set up shop since 1969.
But now they getting their ass kicked out, and you can't go nowhere because ain't none of them got no passport. So now they getting stuck in the day.
The only people get, cause that's a misnomer too. The only people getting kicked out are the ones who visa ran out, who's over there on the bullshit in the first place. Them ones.
None of them have.
He'll do the same thing to you in America.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, all them motherfuckers. It was less than 100.
They don't have citizenship.
Yeah, they visa ran out. Them the only people getting kicked out.
Hey, stop hollering, boy.
Them the only people getting kicked out. The people that visa ran. You talking about over in Demona. Them the only people that got kicked out who visa ran out. Like in South Africa, see, America is just like Israel. They gonna deport your ass, send you somewhere. What happened to most death in South Africa? Your visa ran out, nigga, you're going to jail. He was in jail 2 years. Somebody, he had a fucking world passport. They locked his dumb ass up. Some places can't play like that in the world.
Hey, nah, bro. But that's some, like, it ain't funny though, but that's some real shit. Like, man, fuck them. Like, why I can't go wherever the fuck I want to go? That's fucked up. Right,
but you should have been there. That's why I thought Tam was going. That's why I thought you were gonna get at Taz on not just the horrifying shit in America, the horrifying shit in Africa, and you're every fucking well. This fucking world's supposed. See, bro, you're supposed to. Your Israelites supposed to be tripping, bro.
But that's what I'm saying.
The world is our task. The world belongs to us, not to these
nigga. He dodged against you.
Yeah, you don't
okay, you got to face anonymous Minister Howe, and they coming like that. This world belongs to us, bro.
Because you gotta think. I already got it in my mind. I done had conversations with each.
Anonymous they came to me like that, nigga. You that's what I'm saying. You better remember, Anonymous won that debate by flipping that shit up on me and saying, "Let's get some legislation, nigga." Martin Luther King accomplished shit because of legislation. He went white man on me, nigga.
Yeah, I tried to beat that up quick. That's what we didn't get to. That's what we didn't get to in my rapid fire, but that's what I ended up with in my rapid fire. Because I'm like, once I tied it in, at the end, now we start talking about the government and the legislation. I'm like, so how exactly is this?
So Taz, you don't believe
the government is against it? That I forgot about that part because I don't think they really. I don't know the ending part of my. I don't know. Y'all go ahead, play that.
What you saying, Black Sean? Before I start this,
I said, I kind of lost my track. There's a question that I was gonna ask you about being in control. Well, the question is this right here. I'm gonna lay it out like this: Israelites, the Moors, the Kemetic folk, not the Christian, but the Israelites, the Moors, and the folk that believe in Kemet believe that they power trip, and they say that the white man gonna be out of power and the Negro gonna be in power and the white man gonna be our slave. They got to bow down to us. You believe it?
No.
Oh,
okay. No, it's not. I mean, I'm not saying it ain't possible though. I just don't.
And you reaching with the comedic shit though, DJ.
That's the whole conscious community. That's the whole conscious community. That's their battle. That's why foundation.
But you know, I like to walk where we at though. I'm not saying that's not a possible scenario, and I'm not saying it's not uplifting and that we shouldn't say that. I just don't think like that because it's not really a benefit. I try to move where we at now, but I don't like it because
it ain't in our reality, right?
People get lost in it. You know what I'm saying? It's a good thought though. All right, I'm gonna start this up.
We're gonna deal with his premise automatically.
Look, it's gonna come through the door. We're gonna deal with his premise automatically. That should say 4:57 on the clock. Nigga at my neck already.
And I just wanna give y'all one. This might get ugly. This is what happens when you bring a goat in the same room with a high priest and there's an altar there. Somebody just light a match. Go ahead and go. Oh, actually, I'm making it right. And now let's go ahead and get into the premise. Should Black Americans focus on rebuilding a relationship with Africa? That's a nice debate, right? But what you're gonna seem to find is a few false dichotomies called inside of his debate. Now I'm gonna call out these logical fallacies that I found inside of his premise, and I'm quite sure that his whole debate is built off of these logical fallacies, which means he won't have a leg to stand on by the time he can get to the rapid fire round. Now let's just keep going. This is what I want to remind everybody, this is Taz's premise. I will be presenting a plethora of evidence to show that Black America is not in a position to build a nation with Africans or nations. First false, this is his very first false logical fallacy, which is a false dichotomy, right? Number one, this is actually a strongman position. He is trying to hold me to a position I never stated. This debate is about focusing on rebuilding a relationship with Africa, not building a nation with Africa. So he's already off to the wrong start. That's a strongman argument that he's already created inside of his premise. Let's keep going and let's see if we can find some more, right? Too many Black Americans have a global thought process, which has yet to benefit America. I'm trying to figure out exactly where is he getting this from. Global thought process is not inside of my mind. It's Black Americans reconnection with Blue Africa, right? Let's keep going. Fix your own home first, individuals versus collectivism, and the cultural difference will be highlighted as he effectively demonstrates how focus outside of America has been to the detriment of Black America. That's going to be an issue for him to prove that. And I'm going to show you how that's going to be a slippery slope fallacy. It's basically, it's almost, he got multiple fallacies going on. An appeal to ignorance, right? He's going to try to draw a conclusion, right? Based on a bunch of false conclusions, right? Or based on a bunch of things that may have some truth to them or may not, and try to walk you down a rabbit hole and claim that, well, because this leads to this, that means that this leads to the detriment of Black people. I'm going to show you what happened, what led to the detriment of Black people. And it's not going to be Black people's focus on stuff outside of America. We're going to find out exactly what was the detriment. The false dichotomy. He's trying to create an either-or argument that if we're focusing on Africa, then that means that what? We're not focusing on home. But he would never make that same statement when we're talking about, are you focusing on your job? Does that mean you're not focusing at home? No, two different paradigms. Another argument he's going to try to make today, he's going to try to minimize my economic argument, even though economics seems to be the biggest driving force in dividing or adding a wedge into the Black community. He's going to have issues with that tonight. So I just want the judges to pay attention. 3 fallacies, a false dilemma or a false dichotomy fallacy, which he is trying to do what? He's trying to create an either-or situation, where the relationship with Africans, rebuilding his relationship with Africans directly affects Black people here, and it's to our detriment, when that's not true. Now the question is, can we do what? Tie our shoes and also chew bubble gum at the same time?
Shout out to Swamp. I believe black people can. Now, focusing on the home, that is, of course, that's definitely something that black people is going to have to. We definitely need to focus on the home. But we've been focusing on the home. That's another thing I'm going to argue. We've been focusing on the home. We've been focusing on.
That should have been it, man.
But see, this is what I'm saying.
Can I say something right quick?
I'm not rebutting right here. This is like I'm holding you to an argument based on your premise, and then I'm telling you what my argument. I am saying what my argument.
But you gave me my premise right there. Because I'm not gonna give you yours. I'm not gonna tell you that we should focus on Africa at all. We should focus on building a relationship at all. So when you say we definitely should focus on home, to me that was okay. Well, that's it, ain't it? As far as the debate goes.
Well, I think though also the reason why I said that I was putting that I was comparing that to a false dichotomy. I was saying, and then I was trying to say that you were holding me to either or fallacy. That meaning that focusing on Africa couldn't mean focusing at home, and I was saying I disagree that. I do think that focusing at home is also a part of it, but I'm saying that ain't really those two aren't on the same level. But that's why I said it. But I
got you. But I mean,
we should focus on rebuilding. That's
that wording though is a motherfucker. That's what
I can see why you say it. Like he's saying definitely. That's a tough thing.
I almost feel like I should have went and cut that shit out during the debate and played that shit again as my closing. Like even Blue agrees that we definitely should be focused on the home. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But I didn't highlight that shit. I just rebutted with it. But I don't think I made it strong enough point. I should have brought it back in the rapid fire again.
But I do think though that they overrated those that me rebutting. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm more so just setting the stage for what the argument is supposed to be tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to get you, you know what I mean? I'm trying to automatically hold you to a standard to where it's like this is his standard. Like I just felt like they kind of overplayed me rebut, like it was just a rebuttal.
But see, I don't know what you debating on your end though, because all I saw was what you saying about me. I didn't know what you was presenting.
Well,
I'm clearing up the title.
So that's what I'm saying, Blue. When I'm listening for the title is about focus and rebuild. I immediately start tearing Taz down by what he finna be talking about. Other than going into your own spiel, like listen, Blue, that shit fuck these niggas. Going to your shit. Going to your shit.
Hold on, I get what you're saying, but this is what I'm saying. That's what you just said is exactly why I did what I did. Because you literally just said what the title is. You just said something about building. It's about focus on rebuilding. Focus on rebuilding what?
A relationship.
A relationship.
Thank you, DJ. So if I see that in his premise, we shouldn't focus on rebuilding a nation, I immediately have to address before he even opens up. I have to address
but not harp on it though.
We are not.
Yeah, not harp on it though.
But I mean, I just made it clear that that's not my argument.
Take about 30 seconds.
Well, I am going to be arguing tonight.
And now I know why. I just thought about it, and I got why you did that, bro. Now check it out. I wasn't gonna do no flim shit. I actually just wrote up something real quick, and when I saw it, I'm like, damn, I put build a nation.
No, I didn't take it like that. I
know why you gotta address it. I know why you gotta address it.
Yeah, I just felt, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I didn't take it like it was like, no, you know what I mean? I took it as an opportunity, right? I was like, oh, this is, you know what I'm saying?
But then you slipped up and said it too, though. You slipped up and said it and then corrected yourself.
Yeah.
Because it's that easy to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I wrote in my premise and sent it and then looked at it like, God damn, I said build a nation. Like,
because once I see that, I said, oh yeah, this is going first. This is the first thing I'm going at tonight.
Who won that debate?
Taz won.
Let's do these 41 seconds. I want well, y'all right left, but it was for him because I want him to see why I came in that way.
Hold on, man. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
I didn't want to come in and rebut, but I didn't want to take no L from niggas talking cash shit to the evenings.
Been doing these things, and yet we don't see results. Why? Because we need help. And this is, and when I say help, I mean we need to build a better relationship with Africa, because there are things in Africa that can be used to actually excel the Black community as a whole and Black people as a whole. And so these things are very important, right? And so just to start, so I just want to make sure everybody knows, he has created stipulations that I never stated on my plans, right? Which was what? I never stated that we were building this African nation or building a nation in general. Never stated. This was about rebuilding a relationship with Africa. I guess he should have asked what relationship means. Thank you.
All right, so shout out to Bluu for that opening. You're gonna assume this right now over to Taz. Taz, you also have 5 minutes for your opening. Whenever you're ready, you put the game in the opening, brother.
He said I should have asked what the definition of relationship is. That's smart ass remark right there, nigga. That's what did it.
Well, screen, please.
Because I had to respond to that, bro. Since relationship is the first one. That's my first line.
I want to open up. Yeah. Just letting it be known that I'm not here to make any false arguments about the content or what anybody should or shouldn't do. What I am here to do is just simply establish where we need to be focused at and what needs to be the center of our focus. So I came in the opening to make sure we understand what the debate is. Because in terms of creating, building, keeping a relationship with Africa, we've always had one. There's an unbreakable relationship with Africa that I'm not here to undermine today. There's a relationship that dates back to every century in this country. So the argument is not to disconnect. It's what our focus should be on as Black Americans. Now, again, I know a lot of people's doctrine leads them to thinking that it's a hate-filled argument, when really it's just rooted in what we have here and what we aren't doing here. So I wanted to make sure we understand what focus is. Focus is when we're centering everything we have that is the most important towards the things that we want to grow from. The center of interest for activity, where we live, where we go to school at, where our children go to school at, where everybody we know is from. Everything that we live by is happening here. All of our interests don't have to be concentrated here. But most people in America are not even focused on rebuilding a relationship with other Americans. So we need to focus more on ourselves than anybody before we can focus on building anything anywhere else. Again, when people's doctrines come into play, people forget what is at stake here. And that's all, like my argument is centered literally around that. Should we be building America or should we be building Africa? If we center that argument around where we are as a person, then that's what it's going to come down to. The argument is about if Black Americans should be focused on rebuilding a relationship with Africa. Our focus has to be on rebuilding a relationship with ourselves. What I'm going to show you tonight is that that is not our focus. It hasn't been. In a lot of ways, we ignored our relationship with each other, acknowledged our relationship with Africa, never focused on the things that we could be. When we do look at those things, there's an argument made of what we're not and what we're not doing. We never do that to other places. We don't go across the continent and point at their issues and make arguments against why they shouldn't live there. If we did that, then maybe we would understand why so many of them come here. But see, again, it's not about who does and doesn't come. The argument is what we need to focus on as Black Americans, and we need to focus on what benefits us in America. Again, those doctrines that you hear in other places won't apply tonight. I'm only telling you what we can do if we focus. And that is what my argument is.
I mean, let me go any further. Like that is most of my fucking premise. I mean, most of my opening, I ain't rebut shit. I don't know what that nigga heard. I ain't rebut nothing. That's most of my premise.
I don't think that's a rebuttal.
I mean, that's what say this.
I think they both. I think we both kind of.
That's bro. That's not an opening, bro. You got to go back and listen to it. That's not an opening.
What?
That's not an opening. Just because you're talking during the opening round doesn't mean your opening sounds like an opening. It doesn't. It sounds like a premise and a rebuttal. That's what it sounds like. Like y'all gotta go back and listen to what your opening is. Like study my opening. I probably got the best opening in the league.
Wow.
I've never heard. I've never.
You gotta be shit. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like if you're really listening to what you're saying, I get it. It's not. It's not what you're saying. Is that does it sound like an opening?
It did.
Yeah, to you it did because you gave it. But does it sound like an opening? Or does it sound like you're going into your premise?
I mean, yeah. So mine definitely.
Actually, you did.
What? What did I rebut? You just heard it.
You rebutted Blue's opening.
How?
Yeah, he did. Actually,
because
rebutting at all, bro. You tripping?
No,
you
made some comments. You made some comments. You made some comments toward Blue's comments. Blue had made some claims.
Well, what comments did I make?
I mean, well, wind it back. He had made some assumptions or some claims. He tried, like he said, he tried to set up your premise and you clarified, and it was like, but because he led, it was like you was rebutting his misassumptions about your premise instead of going into your opening.
That's called the rebuttal.
Yeah, but
I mean, I don't remember specifically, but rewind it. You started commenting on what he said. If you would have went first, that part of your opening would have never been there. It was reactive to Blue. It was reactive. No. It was reactive to Blue's opening. Rewind it back.
It wasn't really important that where I changed anything, bro.
No, I'm on it when you said it wasn't nothing you said. I'm not saying that your opening was a rebuttal. I believe you did some of that in your premise, but I believe Blue shit, it was a thin line. Is he, fucking up your premise before
he was on the attack on his opening?
Yeah, which
he's literally talking about what I'm gonna talk about versus I'm talking about what we be talking about in the debate.
Yeah, which kind of sound like a rebuttal. It's a dangerous line. It's a danger because in the opening you're not supposed to be attacking your debater. That's how I look. That's how I feel. You're not supposed to be going into details about.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying?
What details did I go into though?
I'm talking about Blue. I said you commented on his.
I didn't go into any details.
Yes, you did. You broke down with your bait.
Hey, bro, you had that man premise up on the screen, bro.
You broke down
and you went in, bro.
You broke down 3 illogical fallacies, bro.
Like,
before
you can't be evenly wrong here, bro. Like I'm telling you, bro, he was beating my shit up right here. And I came on, never mentioned his premise or nothing. I'm talking about what I'm going to be talking about. That's what I'm saying. What's the fine line here? We're doing 2 completely different things that you're saying are both wrong.
I'm not explaining no judgments. I'm just telling.
No, he's saying he was saying I was on the fine.
He was on the dangerous
line.
I
did. He said what I did was on the dangerous line.
But I've seen people do that and get a good score in the open.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm lost. Like,
but I promise. But I gotta say this too. Recently, the judges have been not being so crazy. Recently, all that shit don't mean shit. All that shooting fireworks in the air and all them Chris stunts, it don't mean nothing no more. People really looking at the spine of your opening, premise, rebuttal, interrogation, closing. Because that was something. Remember the beginning of the year, the judges were giving them low scores, but then the nigga do exactly what Blue did and get 10s and 9s. Now that's not so impressive. We've seen it. It's like
that's what that's what I was thinking. I'm like, that's all I need to, because I'm looking. I'm like, what am I missing in where I keep starting off slow and not getting? And I'm thinking, I'm like, well, dang, they always have
hang in there, bro. You hang
that premise out.
You hang in there. All that shit diluted, bro. That's kind of what I'm counting on with my debate with Domo. That because he moves the way he moves, they don't assume his argument is correct. Because that's what happens. Because people come in and they name 3 illogical fallacies. You know what I'm saying? They undermine their opponent's premise. Motherfuckers think they argument right. And the whole time, they not really defending their argument. They just attacking. It's not even attacking. It's properly packaging for disposal of the other person's argument. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the time, motherfuckers don't catch that shit. They be like, this nigga gotta be right. So I'm hoping motherfuckers that got normalized to Domo's goddamn sparkling tutu. You know? We can't hit you, bro.
What you call it?
Sparkling tutu. So when he come dancing his ass through here, oh man, this is an illogical fallacy and the company. Nigga says so we can understand that shit. Shit. That's what I feel. Saying so we can understand. You supposed to be simplifying your motherfucking argument. If you come in here purposely talking over people's heads, nigga, you're losing. Because you're trying to appeal to a certain class of people and assume that they got all the power. But niggas run this, bro. So we gonna need to understand that shit. All them goddamn college terms don't mean shit, nigga. That mean we don't understand what the fuck you saying. Shit.
Yeah, man, all that nerdism.
But we shall see. Battle Axe in a building, man. Wait on season 4 so we could eat. I see you. How the world treats you.
Ain't nothing wrong with having a, you know what I'm saying, wide vocabulary and everything, but like, come on now. You know, don't get carried away with it.
It's still just words. It don't prove your point.
Right.
It's still just words. A motherfucker sit up and say, man, that's a slippery slope fallacy. And I say, man, no, that's illogical because you think if one thing happened, a bunch of things happen. That's the same shit. I called it. I called that shit, fam.
That's why I'm about to come on my laptop. I'm on my computer.
I see what's up.
And then, like, to tell me that I was technical, like, I don't know.
Man, Blue, man, I'm glad on the debater, bro, because I'll be blind, bro. But now it looked like you took off running in the wrong direction, bro. I was with you, bro. That shit was making sense last night. Shit, that shit was making sense last night. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, by the time y'all got to a point, it was like, man, what is both of them talking about? Shit, niggas was scared to say it. Nigga, you can not. Man, I thought I was the only one. I said, hell no. But I think people had an expectancy for both y'all arguments. And when y'all didn't take off how he did, they got lost. They got lost.
Yeah, it was trash from the beginning.
Facts, bro.
So every move was just a move. So I think it went both ways. That's why I think even the debates was set up the way it was.
Damn, boy.
Why I put that other thing in the link, bro?
That nigga Blue got sent up. All right, here. Yeah.
Okay, what was the topic of the debate? Was it should we? I'm just saying, like, what was it verbatim?
All the black people in America, Israelites.
Somebody had like a thing that Man, the sound. All the black people what?
All the black
Black
people.
people, un-American Israelites, nigga, not one, nigga. We not.
No, not that. But I'm talking about last night.
I won, nigga, now with
It was the title was should Black Americans focus on rebuilding a relationship with Africa?
There's no way that he could have lost. I don't understand that. Why shouldn't?
There's no way you should have lost, motherfucker. You lost.
No, but I'm just saying. No, but think about it. No, I'm just saying. Like, why should? Why shouldn't we get in contact with the people that has the gold mines?
What you do, nigga?
The resource mines.
That's a debate topic for me, bro.
No, but I know I ain't even talking about the debate. I'm just saying though. Do you believe that though? Do you believe you're Chris, or you just doing it for the sport?
I mean, it's always for the sport, but like, no, I do believe that we need to focus on what's going on here. That people read the newspaper and shit and see what's going on over there, and I think a lot of them put themselves in it. That's it. They're really not a part of it.
You're right, but that's neither here nor there. That's how I would have beat that. I would have said, cool, but that's neither here nor there. We're talking about should we or should we not. He's saying, I'm saying we should. Taz saying that we should not. Come on now, man. Like, there's no reason why we should not. Like, yeah, there might be some other things in America that we probably should do. Like, yeah, I should floss after every meal. But how will we?
See, here's the question, though. You got to remember, focus is the key word. I don't think either of us was debating what you should do or should not do at all. It was more so about focus. What should we focus on doing?
Oh yeah, but I would have beat the debate because the word "should" was in there, which was being suggested.
Yeah, it was, to me, it was kind of we're doing both. So which one should we focus on? Like not saying that it was wrong to do. That's why I tried to establish that in my opening. That's why, you know, again, I don't know what Judge Yara heard, but you know, I respect his pathetic decision.
I would have kept on playing and pulling on that whole part about the suggested, man.
Yeah, it was apropos to a pathetic debate.
Because
you get a pathetic.
Should we?
And he couldn't come up with a decision.
That nigga got needed to be so.
Add you know what I'm saying? Add Yara. So, you know, it's trouble. Anytime Yara around, there's trouble there too. So, I should have knew because I seen Killer Priest come up on the panel. You know,
me personally, I like I said, I thought you had a better argument. I just don't think you executed better than Blue. But I thought you had a better argument.
Yeah, I didn't in the rapid fire. I didn't.
Yeah, and like I said, it was like, to me, it was just that evenly matched for me. That's all it was.
I need to set up that debate with Garfield because he don't know what the hell he was talking about.
But that was good shit though, because you judged it on the rapid fire being the tipping point.
Because I had y'all even in virtually every round.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a trick that those are the two championship rounds, and both y'all judged it on those two rounds.
Yeah, I like I said, like I had y'all even, because I was like, oh, especially when you went into was like, what about Jeff Ford and Libya? We already have a connection. We already had that. You was going in like, you know what I'm saying? Like Black Lives Matter and Oprah and in the NBA and J. Cole.
I had to come back to it, but like
you'd have killed them. You'd have buried them under that. Yeah. You'd have buried them under that.
Man, by the time I looked up that nigga Taz,
yeah.
By the time I looked up that nigga Taz had a drawing on the screen of two dudes.
Yeah, with the two guns.
The two dudes in a red and blue hoodie with a gun at each other. I said, what the fuck is he talking about, man?
I mean, he had a cold argument. I just feel like I just thought Blue executed just that rapid fire round better. Cause like I said, it was tight. It was hard. It was hard. It was hard. It was hard to debate.
If I gotta put some niggas on display, I will. But if like in like a debate type of shit, That was just, I was trying to represent something. So you know.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. I ain't think about that why you did that, but that's what's up.
Yeah, I was just trying to represent something. I don't need to put no niggas on the set throwing up their signs and shit, bro. Like,
yeah, that's smart. Yeah,
that point, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's smart. Yep.
I could have definitely whipped up a nice picture of some GDs and some blood and Crip niggas.
The niggas from Boys in the Hood.
Right.
You could have used niggas from a movie.
I was gonna keep us out there, show you that was love. I was gonna flip that. That was definite. That's us right there showing love. When I see that Blue stepped up his whole intellect, articulate.
Yeah. Called you a dummy, Blue.
No, he didn't came through. You know what I'm saying? He nerded it up. He leveled up on the nerdism. He did. I mean, it just felt like my best performance ever.
I thought you had a better executed debate.
Performance, yeah.
He sounded real smart.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit. I was like, but you wasn't too smart to where I was like, okay, what the fuck? Like, what is this dude doing? No, he was like, okay, nigga, just smart. Cool. That's how it was. I thought you did a good job.
That's what make it hard, though. That nigga kept it simple and kept to that point. Like I said, if he would have went anywhere away from Liberia, bro, I think that shit would have went the other way. Because I wasn't prepared for the argument he brought already. And the only thing I could think of to really fight that shit back was, okay, that's one place though, bro. Like, I got you, I give you that. That's great. You named 3. You give me some more. You know what I'm saying? That was it. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that he stayed there and didn't just start hopping all over the fucking continent, playing hopscotch on me, exploiting my lack of knowledge on the continent, that's what saved me, bro.
Yeah. But I kind of felt like I didn't really know what Garfield was gonna do. But I kind of felt like Constance was gonna vote for you because the moment you bought out Jeff Fort in Libya, I was like, oh, that's that nigga's man. He definitely would. I'm like, there go his vote. But I thought you could have beat him up on that in a rapid fire. I thought them would have been good rapid fire questions. Like, he wouldn't have been able to come from up under that.
Yeah. And see the way it played out, that would have been perfect line of questioning. Like I say, I saw him taking me down the economic lane. That's more so what I was prepared for. And by the time we get to the rapid fire, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to come up with questions because it really ain't played out like I thought it would. And now, of course, like I said yesterday, I don't want to kill myself as the rapid fire king. Now I just gotta, play it by ear. Not crazy because the questions I had prepared really were around economics. Like, you know what I mean? I would get that nigga Blue, this and that.
Blue, you
but
was
then
so
it was a freestyle.
You were so hungry, bro. The first thing that nigga said, yo ass like, yeah. I said, what the fuck, bro? And then you would look at that paper like you was finna pay attention to it. And then because he actually had said we should rebuild America. And that's what I should have, that's what after he said that the white man was equal to the government, I was supposed to go next to, so you saying we should rebuild the white man government. The white, that's what I was supposed to do next. Yeah, you tried the magic trick live on air. She didn't work. That's a trap, because I definitely would need some time to explain what I meant now. Yeah. That's a hell of a trap question right there, but like, well, wait, I ain't saying that. Look, this they shit, but we live here, nigga. Like, I ain't like, we give credit to them being the controllers of this shit, but next year, like, we supposed to be in on it. Like, if we focus, we can get in on it. Like, I'm trying to crawl a lot of that. Next year, the finals, we doing best 2 out of 3. You debate the same debate. Hey, by the time you get to the third time, niggas gonna be proficient
You
in the
gotta
bitch.
switch sides on the third time.
Hey, niggas gonna be proficient in the motherfucker they argument. Nigga, that shit you said yesterday was a lie. That ain't even shit be true. I bet Blue wouldn't argue that shit like that if he did it again, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But Taz damn sure we find that message he had. I could just imagine if they did that shit again, like, god damn.
Exactly.
Oh, I wouldn't do that again.
Nah, that's why.
Yeah, I said he ain't gonna make that. He ain't gonna make that mistake no more. He ain't gonna see that no more. So
I think Blue said we should focus on being in a relationship with Africa because of like.
I mean, again, it's to me, it's knowing you could have lost is the thing. Like I wouldn't dare have that fucking debate again. No, hell,
right, right. I feel you. I'm like that too.
No, I could have lost.
Especially, you know, other people are looking like I would have been this. Because you know from the outside, you always see the issue. Man.
Yeah, you see every flaw.
Yeah.
Every bad argument comes out. Like,
yeah.
That's why I said I ain't arguing with none of these things that ain't debated yet. I'll argue with y'all now. Like, you ain't gonna catch me arguing with Domo, Spa, A9, and then like, nigga, fuck you niggas. Y'all niggas still got the base. Work to do, nigga. I don't have shit to say to y'all.
I don't know what to tell you, but I'm on the nigga head. Shit, Consul in the building. Yeah, I'm definitely in the whole chest plate. Trying to get to the spine.
Consul OG.
Hey, I solidified everything with solar, so I'm gonna start putting it out here. All the top debaters that's coming from Solar Vision, I'm starting an elite league that's going to be in conjunction with Solar Vision. But it's going to be the top debaters. I'm not no bums. So don't take offense. But if you're garbage, I'm not even going to ask you. We know who you are. But the top guys, every debate is going to be like a championship.
Get the hell with you, OG.
It's just the spirit of competition, that's all.
Is they still going to debate in Solar Vision Debate League?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's all of you guys. I mean, some of you, most of the guys that's in the playoffs, you guys are the top debaters. I mean, Solar is a little bit more gracious than I would have been because I feel like top debaters deserve to go. Not no borderline nigga. You shouldn't make the debate on the playoffs on points and shit. You should make it on skill. It's like the NBA, the top 32 teams, all 32 don't make the playoffs, right?
So, Consul, let me ask you this. Are the judges or coming up with the questions? Is the league giving you the debate topic?
I'm kind of on the fence with that because I'm learning a lot from what Solar's showing me. Solar's teaching me a lot of how to put some things together. I personally would want the topic. I would want to create the topics, but I don't think that might not be fair. But I will say I'm gonna create the schedule.
I would love to do that.
There won't be no ducking and dodging.
You know you ain't talking about your ass, Yara.
Well, I just I pay attention.
Yara was a top debater. Yara chose to come back to be a debater. He might be one of the top ones right now.
I'm talking about he ain't trying to get in
this. He might be somewhere beneath me.
Okay. I'm not even getting in there. So, I know Domo's with it, so I think it'll be good competition.
Yeah.
So
and keep niggas sure.
So, what's the name of the league?
Debate University.
Debate University. Y'all got a judging system and trophies and everything.
I'm really. We're gonna have trophies, but the judging system, I'm trying to get it to where it satisfies the debaters and everybody. Because judging is tough.
So, yeah, I know it is.
So
I know it is.
But I'm open to all suggestions. I'd rather get suggestions from the debates on how you feel the judging should go. So I didn't want to come in and just take.
I like that idea. You picking the topics.
Yeah, I just think it's a different twist, man. I want to see who can rock on that level. You know what I'm saying? I want to see who can rock on that level where, nigga, you ain't picking the debate. You don't have no say so over the title. This your title. Get in the ring. I want that type of smoke.
Yeah, that's what I was definitely on that page. I was definitely on that.
So,
but yeah, I just want to see.
Definitely make it way more exciting.
Yeah, I mean, Solar is great. This is great. You know, can't take away from Solar. I mean, we put all this together. You know, so definitely not taking.
Nah, that shit. If it's in conjunction, it's in conjunction. Shit. I mean, shit. It is what it is. Let's get it.
But that's why I said, why
if it's in conjunction, it's to grow the motherfucker. Like, you know. So,
okay.
You know,
I tried to get other.
This shit is WWE.
I tried to get other leads, but some cats, they in their ego, man. I'm like, this is for people, black people by black people, man. If we could do something, but they don't want to. They don't see the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
I don't see the bigger picture.
Lance, let me ask you a question, though, bro.
What's up, bro?
You diminished my debates earlier. Now I'm just wondering what makes a globe Earth debate so important?
It's not important to me. That's not my debate, but I know that you don't have any knowledge on it. So here, debate that. Let's see you put work in on a nigga that got a lot of knowledge on the shit. And we're not debating pyramid. We're just going to debate some shit you should easily be able to prove, and I should.
So I should be able to easily prove what?
Earth or globe.
It's the cast doubt debate where Taz brings up proof of the sphere Earth, and he acts like he has no idea and doesn't understand. Right? That's all it's gonna be, bro. He just gonna say.
That's what I'm wondering if this. I mean, is this even enough to substantiate?
I'm telling you, Taz, don't waste your brain, son.
Like, I mean, is this like because for me, it's, I'm telling you all.
Say that.
All
What
I
you
can
say? Cast doubt debate.
Bring you NASA. I'm gonna bring you some pictures that you're gonna call CGI. I'm gonna bring you some astronomers and shit that you're gonna debunk. I'm gonna bring you the history of those who were saying the Earth was round, you know, back in the BC days. And I just don't know if that's enough to substantiate a full debate.
I mean, all you gotta do is do what Cube had to do to prove gravity, nigga.
Yeah, but I'm not doing it.
There you go, man. That's your answer, right there.
Do me a favor.
So, man, if I was doing it for the points, it'd be worth the work. But like to me, this is like, okay, I mean, shit, I skip to the finish line with this shit, bro. Like, I'm gonna like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't really a minute.
Hey, look, man, I'm gonna say this to us. Us messing around tonight, we just on here messing around in the chat on the stream. But bro, you're in the middle of a playoff run, bro. Don't waste your brain cells, man.
Yeah, but I don't have anything to do.
Look, bro, I get it, bro.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it, y'all. That's it, y'all. Don't grab him no more. You grab him, and he put your arms up on him. He said, let me go.
Hey, Taz, you remember that? You remember the name that Garfield gave last night?
Yeah, no.
What?
Garfield.
Oh, John Hicks.
John Hicks.
Yeah, he confused your information about the first black president of Liberia with the.
That's what I thought he was doing.
John Hanson, and I just, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't gonna go in about this shit, but I mean, since you brought it up, that's exactly what I did.
That's what I thought, bro. What? Yo,
you never said John Hanson one time. That's why I said, he better not vote for me after he just said that shit.
Yeah.
This nigga ain't say John Hanson name once, nigga.
One time, yo. I'm like, I'm like, maybe he had to say Joe, but I'm like, how the fuck you gonna argue that Joseph Jenkins was the goddamn, that nigga said John Hanson?
Yeah, he said John Hanson. He definitely said John Hanson.
Hey, Taz, bro, I know you got some shit you got to get into, bro. I wouldn't even really enjoy propagating my information on you.
We have
So
to.
we can do that one day.
Nah, you don't got to do it tomorrow, bro. Because I'm set, and I already know you got a lot of work. Even consider how I think.
But I gotta stop. I can't be doing that, bro. I'm used to debating like that on the fly. Like I talk mad shit on my channel about niggas being dumb as fuck and afraid to actually debate shit. And so when a nigga challenged me, I'm used to taking it.
Why I didn't challenge?
Yeah, bro, that's ill.
He would have had to have thought I was the most stupidest motherfucker ever to say that shit. Like,
and Pro Black bringing up the point that he would have gave it to you if he didn't think that.
You think I said, John? I think he was assumed
that's true too. See, that's what I'm saying. That's right, bro. Because he was saying he don't agree with your information, but nigga, you didn't even get the information. You didn't even understand it. You don't understand it to agree with it.
Do we need a judge's counsel before opening the results? Like letting them rule, but then they expose each other ruling and make sure each other are clarified on their ruling.
Nah. You're more exposed when you say some shit like John Henson. I really.
But that would have corrected. But that would have corrected that vote.
Now maybe they should do it after he say that shit. Like, hold on, he said that
like an appeals course.
Maybe after he said that shit.
Just a little.
I think was Claude saying though, like if the judges are comparing notes. And he said that John Hanson shit, the motherfucker like, wait, nah, but that ain't the name, or that ain't who he was talking about.
Look back, you judged the whole debate based off of that. Like Yara did when he said, I said.
No, I ain't gonna say he judged the whole debate based off.
There's no way to tell.
That's kind of.
If they would have had that counsel,
he made that point. He made a point off of it though, so he weighed that heavily though.
Yeah, he did. That was one of the only points he made. He kept on hinting that he didn't agree with your shit, but he sure made that goddamn point.
I don't know. I'm just trying to bring it.
Yeah, he thinking I'm making a fucking continental pro. He gotta think I was like, you know how stupid he walked away thinking I was, bro.
Yep, I already know.
And you on his
connotation.
Like.
Yo, you've been trying to kill his ass ever since then. He don't even know. He just
you don't know.
Yeah, that's wild shit though, brothers. I heard that shit last night when he said it. I'm saying like John Hanson.
Hey, nigga, you feel a Prince, nigga.
He just died instantly as soon as he said John Hanson.
Hell yeah. Like John,
instant death. Nigga, he's about what you don't agree with, nigga. I wouldn't agree with no motherfucking
John Henson. Like, he had the thing. You were stupid to that goddamn let that shit slide. He walked away like, how this nigga let this nigga get away with goddamn John Henson? Goddamn.
They both dumb. It's a tie.
Yeah, like what the yo. God damn.
Yeah, they need like 5-10 minutes to deliberate, man. 2 minutes to go over for each judge to concentrate on the other judge.
Or at least talk to Solar, because
I just don't think
Solar be paying attention.
I don't think you should drag Solar into it.
I just think
Solar intentional into purposes.
You need to have more of a conversation there with somebody judging.
I really usually called out live though. Like after you say that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next thing he does is and then after you say that, then the judge is challenged.
So they read.
Like, he didn't say that.
They read their judgments, and then it's a 10-minute deliberation to see if the judgments are accepted.
I wouldn't say 10 minutes, but
well, some time period.
I would at least say like, yo, he didn't. Well, however much time they need to, but that should be live. Like, hold on, he didn't say John, because you should be put on the spot. Like, hold on, bro.
I mean, even if you throw out his vote, you still lose, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw out his vote.
Not throw out his vote.
I mean, clear it up or not clear it up.
Not throw out his vote. He
I want to clear it up.
Blue vote. Blue would have had his vote.
I want to know if we clear up John Henson, where do you stand? Like that's what I'm saying. I'm saying so that's how it should be. Like after a judge say that, then y'all say like, hold on, he didn't say that. So that wasn't a part of his argument. He said whatever it is. Now what do you say?
I mean, to be honest, I mean, you should have raised that there. Like, I don't really know if you. I don't recall you saying it. I don't recall you saying it.
I did.
I was
talking.
But I don't, you know what I'm saying? You should have called it right then and there. Because like the sources that you brought out, right? Like I heard you brought out Nina Banks, you brought out Deborah Gray White, you brought out Barnegi and Johnson.
Yeah.
You brought out an article on the Red Summer Chicago 1919. Alexandria Cabal.
Black president, bro.
Brought them out.
When Blue said that, he lost me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I lost him as soon as I said that. The first
when you went Joseph Jenkins Roberts.
Right.
Yeah, when I went Joseph Jenkins Roberts.
Yep.
He was the first black president anywhere. Dude was like, oh shit, meme information. Because he heard John Hanson.
He automatically like, this nigga talking about John.
We gotta go
get the fuck out of here.
Fry his ass.
Yo.
We gotta jump in that chat tomorrow and beat his ass up, bro.
For future reference though, that is something though that could be like, yo, nah.
That's why I'm trying to bring it to
hold on.
Because it just happened.
We didn't say that.
I'm flipping the table up and I'm rushing whoever on the other side of it.
Yeah, I will say I learned something from the debate last night though. From both debaters, I did learn something.
As a judge,
no, just overall, period. What? Not just not judges, but just person, like yeah.
Let me get that
information. It was pretty good from both debaters though. I learned something.
No man, share that game. What you learn? I want to learn.
I learned something new.
Oh, you mean from the information?
Yeah, from the information that they shared.
Okay, my bad. Thirsty.
Yeah, from the information that they shared.
Yeah, I ain't gonna tell you none of that shit.
I definitely learned how open Liberia is. I didn't realize how open it was to black people in America. I knew it was, you know what I'm saying, we were established and whatnot. And I didn't realize it was because they had more of an open door policy for black people there as well.
Yeah. What I thought was real interesting though, that's why I kept laughing at Blue though, but what Taz brought out. Now, did you say like Marcus Garvey in 1921 was still talking about going back to Africa?
Yes.
Yeah. And in Tulsa, Oklahoma in 1921 was also happening.
Yeah.
At the same simultaneously, almost like at the same time. I thought
that's why I jumped on that.
Yeah, but what he said was we could have both though, Blue. That's the part. I think that's the part you didn't hear. He said, "Why can't we have both?"
Yeah. See, I thought. Yeah. Once I heard.
Yeah, and I was like, I never.
And the Tulsa, Oklahoma, I said, "Oh no, I'm still fine."
Yeah. I in my mind, I knew about those events, but I never put them together in the fact, like, damn, yeah, they was going on at the same time.
Yeah, because I thought he was trying to say that if Garvey wouldn't have been focused on trying to get back to Africa, he probably could have helped out what was going on.
Well, he did say that, but he said, but why can't we have both?
Right, because in the end, it's the flip side too. Okay, what's on go and then go.
Yeah, I thought that was strong.
That was the argument for that was part of we already have a relationship.
Yeah, I thought that was strong.
That was all that was. It was partner, we already have a relationship. I wasn't trying to diminish. I used Garvey twice. I also used Garvey when I was talking about the land deal in Liberia.
Yeah, Garvey is trying to learn shit though too much. That's why his ass can go to Liberia. He was trying to do too much. Like,
yeah, people don't like to hear that shit.
I think they was afraid for him to actually make that connection.
No, he could have went.
Africans and Americans, I think they ain't.
No, he could have easily took his ass to Liberia.
It's hard to turn down that money though. Firestone got money and he got promises.
Yeah.
I think if they didn't have Tulsa, Oklahoma going down at the same time as when Marcus Garvey was going or trying to go back to Africa, I think that it would have been more people gravitating towards that idea, and it would have been probably something that
he should have
been a little bit more
trying to go to Liberia.
They did. Garvey was growing, and that's what I'm saying. That's where his legacy come from. Because keep in mind, he indicted by 1922. You know, all the little bullshit started happening. And so as the movement is growing though, niggas ready to roll after that Tulsa shit, bro. Klan gets bigger and shit. Our history says Garvey was the right man at the right moment. The shit just didn't execute.
He didn't execute it.
And that's
people were still trying to do.
Like like you ain't gonna be, bro. If we got a whole republic that you're not gonna just come in, you gonna have to get in where you fit in. That's a whole, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think he liked that shit. I don't think he liked that it was a republic. I don't think he liked that it was Christianity.
I want to ask you something when you find a home.
Another thing is we have people, you know, saying with that Stockholm syndrome, man. Like you said, they had a Christianity. People had Stockholm syndrome. They didn't have, they couldn't see themselves still like today. We faced with that same.
But no, the people over there was in the Christianity. That's why I think I think his major conflict is the fact that it was a Christian nation and it was about Christianizing Africa. Because Marcus Garvey is introducing a more modern type of black nationalism than what was before.
They're not ready for that.
Yeah, that shit he talking is on some whole other like African, getting back to the African spirituality. They like, nah.
Start banning his ass all over the country, man. Niggas don't like to hear that shit though, bro. But Africa wasn't fucking with him like that. He was doing too much, and he like most of what he was saying was cap, because he ain't had that type of support over there. So it's cap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he could have easily went in and got into government in Liberia and took all of those people with him over there, bro, and could have been doing this shit. And
so Marcus Garvey wasn't the
work deals and negotiations.
He wanted to be the leader, though.
Marcus Garvey was
trying to be the leader.
He was just a spokesman for that stuff. He was just a surrogate. He was just
and see, that's
Marcus Garvey wasn't the one that was actually in charge of that operation. He didn't have the funds. He didn't have the funds and none of that to do no starline. Shit, man.
He's the provisional president of Africa. The whole
Marcus Garvey was not. Marcus Garvey was not the one that was funding, nor wasn't the one that instituted that mission, man.
Like he could have at least tried to run for the president.
Y'all putting all that on Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey wasn't nobody's savior, or nothing. Marcus Garvey was just part of.
That's where he was portrayed, bro. That's what I'm saying. And see, that's what exactly, and that's where some of the. That's why Liberia really was set up perfect, because it kind of protects you from that bullshit. Like, nah, we still want to vote your ass in. You ain't just gonna come in like it's a whole system.
Yeah, he was saying he was the president of the whole continent.
Yeah, they like, nigga, you ain't even the president of here. What's up to you? He trying to run the Firestone. He trying to take over and negotiate the Firestone deals. All the niggas got that shit set up.
I don't know why I overlooked all of that information, and bro, that's what I was supposed to trap you with that, bro. Like, bro, shouldn't they be focused on
that's what I was looking at.
Focused on the end of this land deal with Firestone. They ain't got time to be focused on us, bro. We ain't got time to be focused on them.
That's why I'm starting to think almost everybody was Asian, bro. How the Nation of Islam took all that money from us, talking about building a fucking nation when we had a nation the whole time. We had Farrakhan came right back talking that same dumb shit. Then we had a nation the whole fucking time. We had a whole conscious community movement, and not one time did a nigga ever talk about they was too busy focusing on goddamn Egypt. Like that shit, bro. That shit right there irked me. Like,
yeah, I wanted to try to get that out of me too. I just couldn't. I couldn't get it right. But I was trying to get you to it.
You could have got me to say fuck Egypt if you. I say that shit quick.
I tried it with like one or two sentences and I kind of left it alone because I was trying to establish that that's not black people that run Egypt or run the tourism or make the money there. It's the most.
Yeah, you stayed on it long enough. I'll quickly go, man, because I hate talking about that shit. Like, not only for that, because that's the Christian #1 way to go to when they argue with you. Well, what about what Egypt was doing? Like, nigga, I'm a West African, nigga. I was always leaving to talk about that shit.
But I stayed away from it because you said something about the center of knowledge the last time we talked.
Yeah.
I said, stay away from Egypt. But I did want to establish who controlled the pyramids and shit. I just couldn't get the questioning right.
I think we just niggas been agents, bro, for a long time. Misdirecting. Niggas talking about we ain't got no fucking land. like this shit, like niggas been really hustling. Hustling big time. Yeah. We're gonna build a what you call it? Niggas was talking about we going over here negotiating McDonald's. Like, what the fuck is you negotiating shit for? What are we doing? Like that tell me, bro, it's two things. They never wanted us to see that shit was a success. And they never wanted us to ever like you know what I mean, actually start claiming that type of shit. I'm like, because that's like the #1 goal that everybody can run on. Well, if we leave you to yourself, look at what you will do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really make that argument when you go there. It's like, how you gonna make that argument? You're gonna build shit successfully, college institutions, college. That's shit crazy.
Hey, Yara.
I want to be there. I'm really though. I'm probably there. I promise you. I'm buying land, bro. Within the next few months, there live. I'm gonna buy that shit live. I ain't even gonna before I even go out there. I'm gonna go ahead and get me some shit set. But when I do, play that shit. I'm seeing some shit. That shit was like 13 minutes. Oh, acres, bro. And they talking about, bro, the government gonna loan you. They gonna loan you some pigs to clean your shit, to keep your shit clean. They gonna loan you some fucking rabbits. They'll loan you like 2 rabbits. All you gotta do is pay them back 2 rabbits. They gonna loan you 2 pigs, and then all you gotta do is pay them back them 2 pigs. Because you know rabbits. I mean, we all know how rabbits do, so we gonna have them back in no time.
We all gonna want our rabbits.
That shit don't serve purpose to me.
Are you serious, bro? He said, because you know we all gonna want our rabbits.
Hey, that nigga lost his mind.
What you gonna do with 2 rabbits? What do we want rabbits for?
2 rabbits back. I know you 2
That's that one on y'all, my nigga.
You got me fucked up. If I gotta go somewhere and borrow a pig, bro, like I can't take none of my money with me, bro. I gotta get there and borrow pigs and shit.
I mean, shit, you got shit. You might as well take advantage of what the government got set up for you. Shit. You might give you 3 free pigs. I'm taking my shit. I want my pigs, my 2 rabbits.
So fuck food stamps and Medicaid. Go get you some pigs and goddamn pigeons.
You gonna have about 20 damn rabbits.
Hey, Blue said that with a glimmer in his eye.
Hey, man, this shit over with. I'm about to be some playing live. That shit sounded good. And like 30 seconds later, this nigga was like, "Damn, no, you chicken." I said, "No."
All they want is 2 rabbits back. Nigga, you know how many rabbits Joe 2 goes to? But that's the he made that nigga like
but that's the lick.
Having a fucking land.
Like, think about that though. That's the lick. All you have, you know how many rabbits you must get back. You back to the truth.
Like, lick, okay, but the lick.
No, nigga, that's the lick, nigga. They don't expect no more, nigga.
Like, nigga, nah. See, you ungrateful. Give my rabbit back. I didn't want to give you a rabbit anyway. Nigga, I was just doing it because you want it. That's crazy, bro. That's a line. That is a bar, bro. Damn, y'all right? I be feeling like you, bro. I be really want to go be a comedian somewhere, bro. This be too much material, bro.
I'm telling you, bro.
Find out you went to Liberia and borrowed 2 rabbits, bro. I'm proud of your hey, what if your rabbits died? What if they died? That means you in debt 2 rabbits.
Nigga, you struggling for the season, nigga.
You're a slave, nigga.
Bro, I didn't know rabbits was putting in that type of work, though, bro. Like, to the point where that's what you, buddy. You know, they was giving niggas mules and shit.
Now,
bro.
is the rabbit for the land to like eat the
The rabbit to be for food.
They love
Nobody want to eat no damn rabbit, nigga.
48 acres.
So, nigga, you eat immediately, nigga. I gotta change.
You gotta go into straight wild man mode as soon as you get there.
Hey,
God damn.
watch this. You down south, ain't you, Blue?
Yeah.
You eat rabbit, don't you, nigga? Yeah, that's why that nigga said this shit like it ain't.
That nigga said he got a plan, bro, to take as less things as possible to survive. He like, we can produce at least 50 rabbits on the first batch. He talking about a fucking 3-course meal first.
And then you can't even eat them. You gotta wait till they mate.
You gotta wait till they grow.
And then eat.
That nigga said he gonna give me 2 rabbits.
That nigga one of them niggas that be sitting around like, nigga, at the end of the world come, nigga. I know I'm going straight for the squirrels, nigga. The motherfucking geeks that be landing sometime. I know where they be.
Nigga ain't no money in nothing,
Y'all gotta be fun.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, he said
y'all could have sit here and wait.
Hey, that nigga Bono Slade said that shit sound like a scam.
That shit too good to be true for that nigga.
Yeah, man, Margo for real,
Margo for real too.
Real, bro.
Oh shit! Stop! Hold on, y'all. I almost left y'all. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. All right, listen. Oh no, this happening again. Hello, I can't get my breath. Oh shit! Okay, listen. It's a bullshit. Hey man, what is that doing at the bait?
Hey, dog. Hey, dog.
Oh, shit.
2 rabbits and 2 pigs, nigga. Straight, nigga.
Oh, shit. I bet y'all would have came up out of my relaxed rapid fire position. You gotta set up quick, like, wait, what, nigga? A rabbit?
Hey, that nigga Taz broke his computer on your ass, bro. He'd have gripped that motherfucker so hard.
Yeah, cause I ain't looking, I wasn't even looking for no opening, but now to me, that's just a wide open door, like, nigga.
We gotta be in survival mode. As soon as we touch down, we can't take
If I'd have heard that, bro, if he was said that in the debate, bro, I would have been the whole rest of the debate, nigga, on the rabbits and pigs, nigga.
You think Garfield
that nigga
was Garfield was
shit.
That would have been the whole debate. Nigga.
That would have fell in with the special mud, goddamn.
Man, bro.
Oh, shit.
Right up there, bro.
Oh, man.
Right there, my closing. Like, man, look, this nigga trying to take y'all to some rabbits, man.
And the Mandela effect is gonna put that in that debate, bro. Niggas gonna remember. Niggas gonna like, remember when that nigga Blue said that shit to the He's like, no, that was one time at a time. Watch. Oh shit, nigga, I literally almost couldn't breathe.
Damn, man. My nose
Never
started
let that whole laugh at.
Damn.
No, that shit was funny though, man.
But you don't know how crazy some shit sound, bro. You say
shit something bad to you should have started off with like medical plan or some shit. Like they got free medical.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
I wonder how my wife felt when I brought that to her attention.
Man, you told your wife that, bro?
Oh shit!
And she ain't say nothing, bro? You got a good one, bro.
At all.
Get her another ring.
She ain't say nothing at all, bro.
You got a good one, bro.
Hey, no response.
If I'd have told my lady that, bro, she was like, nigga.
Yeah, that's all.
We finna go take you to go talk to somebody.
Like, nigga,
record worthy. That's almost record worthy. I know
right, nigga, me and my son ain't going nowhere with you, nigga.
Right.
Because you get 2 rabbits a piece. That's 6 rabbits.
Hey, did he say like, hey, look, did he say like hopefully or some shit that wasn't definitive with that shit? Like hopefully some shit.
Oh, man.
Them rabbits over there like be so big they'll kick your ass.
Man, them rabbits probably the size of anteaters or something.
They better take that big off their flag and put a rabbit up there.
Man,
rabbits used to have a king.
Facts. Facts. Because you had to eat a treat that shrunk you to go see him. We know. Fuck out of here.
There used to be humans that had rabbit heads.
I believe that.
Man, come on, Lance. Just say you trolling, dog. Don't do that, bro. What the fuck?
I'll give you $100 for an X-ray of your brain.
When people like let this nigga take their vital signs. That shit is crazy.
That nigga said the O'Hares. What's the race of rabbit people, man?
The original O'Hares.
What?
I was wondering, man's ready. Pseudo sons.
Actually, bro, I'm gonna actually start a show with Sister Soul, bro. Pseudo Sunday, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. He took me straight out the window.
Yeah, nigga, so you just gotta get wealthy in Africa with 2 rabbits and 2 warthogs.
I'm ready to go. My man clean though. Clean. There's gonna keep that motherfucker on the point.
No, you better
get my little vegetable garden going and shit.
Yeah, once you get Pseudo-Sciences University up and running, man, I slide through there and do the presentation on the
right. Damn it, man.
You know, I do the presentation on the original O'Hare people. You know what I mean?
O'Hares, rock it out.
Hey, Lance, what's wrong with you, man?
No, but
It's my information.
But Kane Dalloway could be a special guest, you know what I'm saying, frequent guest over there too.
Yeah, this is information that only
Bro, why are you showing us? Why are you showing us a rabbit with human hands, bro?
But again, they're real people, bro.
Oh, bad, bro. This nigga,
he never failed.
I was trying to tell
I'm not. This is Dane. I mean, excuse me, Kane. You talking to?
You talking about Great Dane Dalloway?
Kane Dalloway.
Sciences University.
Yes, sir. You can come by. Throw yourself a character on, bro.
I got some strange.
I got a whole giant sloth outfit, man.
What the fuck?
This nigga, he talking about his foot.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Shit goes deep, man. They've been hiding the rabbit people for so long. If you understood what a rabbit hole was, then you would know that the hiding of the rabbit people was based on that whole concept.
Okay, they disrespect. They disrespect.
You know, yeah, we gotta get this to the Science University.
So you said when you say the rabbit hole goes deep, that's like disrespectful to say,
They used to have wars with humans. They fought the Moors.
The pygmy rabbits. Don't forget the pygmy rabbits.
The what?
People don't even know about the pygmy.
Hold on, I would drag my ancestors in this bitch. Hold on.
Did this nigga say the pygmy rabbits?
Yeah, man, he gonna drag my ancestors in. Anytime you start talking about some little people, you talking about my people, man. Watch your mouth, bro.
Well, I mean, you can Google it. I mean, it's a real thing.
They call.
Yeah. Google just put down everything they can say. They don't always fact check this.
Let me show you the pygmy rabbit.
You can literally Google humans with rabbit heads, 13th century.
Yeah, you can Google humans with a dickhead and you'll find some Google. It don't mean that motherfucker really exists.
Right, man. So turn your camera on.
Pygmy rabbit is real.
No, I said manuscript from the 13th century BCE.
You good though?
No, bro. I've actually had one of my animal instincts.
Bro, I'm saying like you Denzel Washington good, but nigga, you got me fucked up.
My chest got a Charlie horse. Man, that shit.
A Charlie horse? What's a Charlie horse, nigga?
I'm telling you, man, I'm fucked up right now. I'm recovering. I think I had a light stroke. That nigga Blue.
That nigga Blue retarded, dog. He done threw the timer blood off your body.
Smack that rabbit out your head.
Nigga done threw the timer blood off of your head.
Hey man, I see that SVDL backstage just popped up.
Oh yeah,
that's why he
going down 11 o'clock p.m.
I tell this nigga privilege.
Today.
Mine say 10 p.m.
There he is.
Man, I ain't fucking with you tonight, Taz. You just slept for the night, dog.
Yeah.
Well, no, I just want you to be aware just in case you see one because it's so small. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I just seen one the other day in the park and I thought I was tripping. I'm like, man, is that a fucking rat with a rabbit face? I'm like, man, that shit was fucking me up, dude.
Rabbit face rat.
Yeah, bro, that shit pissed me off.
Hey man, y'all niggas I'm gonna have to go take an aspirin, man. You niggas is crazy. This nigga said
This shit pissed me off, dog. I thought the rabbit head was stuck in the little water thing because it was like it looked like it was coming out the little water spout downtown. I'm like, what the fuck? That rabbit head stuck in that thing? How the fuck you get it in there? Anyway, I had to go about my business. I'm like, I ain't saving that crazy ass shit. But yeah, I seen a pygmy rabbit, and this nigga gonna tell me what it's called. I thought it was a rat rabbit. I'm over telling niggas I seen a rabbit with a rat. I mean, rat with a rabbit.
They only weigh 1 pound.
Gold mine, I can't be doing middle shit. Man, right.
Stuart Little and Indian in the cupboard out there, bitch.
He said Stuart Little. What's the other shit that's goddamn Peter Cottontail? Peter Cottontail.
Yeah, Peter Cottontail, yeah.
Indian in the cupboard, that little bitty motherfucking Indian, though. That shit, with the little cowboy.
Oh, yeah, man. That movie was the shit.
Man.
Some type of rabbits they got over in Liberia.
I
know that I was over there looking at that Liberian stuff, man, and that shit.
Look at him. He over there to give him a rabbit. I do you You look like
the reason why you can see why we ain't heard about it either, man. That place
you look like
have you ever
yeah, right. You know you look like the rabbit in the turtle in the hair. That nigga will be into a rabbit store.
Yeah, no. Monkeys, chimpanzees.
Hey, what your about with that monkey shit, bro? You know, hey, bro, nobody told you about this shit. I don't even like niggas mentioning monkeys while I'm on the track.
None of that shit look like hell.
Like, damn, bro, like, man, there's so many dangerous animals in Liberia.
Man, your big ass talk about some dangerous animals. Nigga, shut the hell up.
Nigga, don't trip, nigga. You don't want to be sleep, nigga. And no, a big ass moth the size of your chest and on your face.
God damn. You know what's crazy about that Liberia too? That's where they put us. That's where they put us during the Spanish Inquisition too. They used to put us right there in Liberia. That was one of the spots. Because they said that was one of the worst places. They said that was one of the worst places to actually have a settlement at. They said it was real hard to figure yourself. And then you look at the over there in Liberia, they saying they like, man, them people over there, they starving like a motherfucker. Like 45% of the people out there is hungry as a motherfucker. You know, it said 45% of the people are either they said they are either hungry, going in hunger, or straight just malnourished.
Man, it ain't no niggas going hungry. It's niggas even out there. It's little small pockets, but it's motherfuckers that'll eat you at that motherfucker. They ain't going hungry. They skinny out there, man.
I tell you like this, man, they skinny. You can look at it, just not look at it. Them people are skinny.
Okay, I ain't taking that away. That's probably a small part of the motherfuckers' cold. But it's a lot of motherfuckers.
They out there, man. Hey, man, it's a place that we will all have to show up to in a big group, and we will have to have money. We can't just.
You want our ass to come with you?
You could, man. I wouldn't go out there alone. I wouldn't go to Liberia.
You want to stay over here, killed.
I wouldn't go to Liberia by myself. Just me.
You old kept ass nigga.
No, I'm not about to go. You know what? It said Liberia was one of the poorest countries. It said Liberia had the fastest economic collapse ever reported in the world. They've never seen an economic collapse as fast as it collapsed over there, man.
Fuck about they dog.
Man, that place is a living hell, man. I wouldn't just run in Liberia.
I just want to get the fuck away.
Look at that cow, man. His head look too small.
God damn. Man, we be better off, man. We be better off going over there to Tanzania or something like that, or Rwanda.
We don't eat the head.
Nigga, we get free citizenship as soon as we touch down. We can go wherever after that. You can't eat everything. You got like
even the crocodiles are the worst.
Yeah, man, they eat, bro. Yeah. I mean, I've seen some beautiful places in Africa. Some beautiful places,
but they also got protection on them animals too, though. You can't just be eating everything. Tell the truth.
Yeah, you
motherfuckers get fucked up trying to take a rhino.
That big ass grasshopper, bro.
Go over there and say the size of a squirrel.
I knew you was gonna do that, motherfucker.
The size of a squirrel.
Hey, I've been sitting that motherfucker to you and tell you I bought you a puppy. Fuck all right for it.
Man, that grasshopper got armor on.
Man, you see that hoe?
That's how they really that girl's out for a tank.
You're a tank.
Yeah, he's a tank member. He's a real tank member.
Hey, we sent some locusts at y'all last season 4.
Man, you got hyenas and jackals and shit, bro. Like, so what is it? I mean, is it like a part of like?
Man, it is.
Man, don't tell me y'all scared of wildlife now.
Been in America too long.
Don't tell me y'all scared
He's
of
been
wildlife.
married way too long. He don't even know. He's living next door to the
Don't
line.
know animals like humans.
Nigga, I don't want to see no mole in front of the crib.
Saying, but they can come through.
Nigga, whatever, bro. You from Chicago, bro. I see the whole zebra from Chicago. Y'all do that motherfucking animals out the zoo.
I watched the goddamn hippopotamus the other day, man. Beat up eight hyenas and then damn near ate a goddamn antelope whole. I'm like, what the hell?
Damn.
A hippo.
Man, oh yeah, they go mad. When they get mad, they'll fuck some shit up. They'll fuck around and kill their own baby.
Yeah, he put that, they were saying that.
Hear me? Type in Monroe. Type in the capital.
Yeah, the capital of Liberia. Tell them, Blue. Niggas be
Blue say y'all in the country. Blue say y'all out in the countryside and shit.
Yeah, they are. Talking about it's fucked up. Man, y'all got me fucked up. I'm going to the bush anyway, though. Y'all can go take y'all.
The reason why you see that what you call it, that.
Look at that.
Blue say y'all. Blue say y'all trying to Sally Stubble. Sally Stubble.
I think the ancestor did that, man. He did some fuck shit. Ain't nobody innocent. Ain't nobody innocent, nigga. The ancestor did that shit. Don't give a fuck. The ancestor put a hit out on his ass.
And he was sweet, bro. That's come on.
Bro,
hey, let me say this right now. All of us laughing about African animals. We're gonna get about 2 videos made on this tomorrow. We all hate.
Not me, cause I ain't laughing.
Yeah.
I ain't laughing. I'm dead ass serious.
I don't hate Africa at all, but
if some shit like that happen to a nigga,
and I love things about everything.
Right.
Quiet as kept. That's why they said Garfield voted neutral, man. He didn't want to go against Africa.
Hey, man.
Well, you know, I mean,
he don't really like. Dang, I kind of made an argument also against capitalism. He ain't really.
Yeah. Right, that nigga wasn't even paying attention. That nigga out there cooking hog mouth. You about trying to hear that
shit. Which I didn't mention it, but it was some sentiments.
Hell no, go, man.
You beat me though.
I ain't agree with. Like, I ain't agree with
Blue. What debate was that nigga watching, bro? You feel me? What debate was that nigga watching? Talking about some John Hanson.
In his goddamn
but look, bro, that's what I be wondering. Like, niggas don't think about this shit, maybe like going on them little safaris and shit like that.
Man, I do.
Like the lion just, you know what I mean?
Hell no, I'm going on damn safari.
Motherfucker that's driving you and you and
savage
everything.
Man, listen, bro.
Yeah, I feel.
All I'm saying is that.
Yeah, look, take me to the city.
Respect them, they'll respect you, bro. That's it. I ain't mad at no
lion.
I ain't, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what that one white dude thought.
A lion.
That one white dude thought that too.
They don't eat people. They don't eat anything.
Man, yeah, right, dude. We ain't white.
You ain't got no business fucking. Man, you gotta respect anything, bro. For real. Fire right. Get your ass.
Man, them lions gonna smell white man on y'all ass. Y'all go in.
Hornets will try to kill you. Shit. A squirrel will try to kill you. Shit.
Shut your ass up, my dog.
A bird to get it.
Oh yeah, this boy here belong to Mr. Gilmore property.
Yeah, take this. Look, take this. They gonna take it back to me. Let them know. I'm fucking shit still up.
It's a lesson to your girl to not be hopping out the car and
hey, bro, come on, bro. How you gonna talk shit?
I remember this
shit. That nigga ain't shit, bro.
That shit.
Me too.
Was that a lion?
A Bengal.
Yeah, they was arguing. She hopped out the car.
A Bengal tiger.
Yeah, they was arguing. She hopped out the car and shit.
Snatched her ass.
Man, he grabbed up out of ass.
He said, "Oh, you want to show the fuck
Yeah,
out?"
your woman ain't supposed to be outside the car arguing at the goddamn wildlife preserve.
You trying to say a tiger ate the grocery?
Well, yeah, he saying that lady just that other
This was the
that big tiger just put his baby to sleep. She ain't had time for that shit. You out there screaming and shit. Bitch, lay your ass down and shut the fuck up.
Damn, I'm
like
that. Shit name for that white man, bro. Pull up the capital Liberia, bro.
Yeah, that's what
we ain't doing all that.
No, we looking at it right now. It just didn't register during the debate.
Yeah. Look at that motherfucker. You ain't finna. That's like the Bronx. That's like the Bronx. Like the Bronx.
Look at that shit. Mob attack. You see that bottom article though, right? Go back right quick.
Nah, I didn't see that.
Mob attack on the LGBT community.
Yeah, nah, bro.
You should be asleep. I should too.
Mob attack, ain't it? Mob attack. Man, show me where they loan you to rap.
That ain't shit.
Go to the radio station.
In the middle of the night.
Yeah, nigga, I want to see that, nigga.
Yeah, show me where they loan you rabbits at.
Thousands protests.
Johnny, what you doing?
Yeah. Hold on, where they at? Okay.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Place looks bad. Man, let's just be honest.
Was that?
Bad deal right now. We got to show up out there, rebuild that place up.
What the man, PlayStation 5. That'd be alright.
I wouldn't even maybe fuck around with America and all that shit.
Or don't look for years, man, riding around on the bikes in Liberia and on the ground.
This look like Shira. This was me when I was a kid right here. Damn. That's what I said. I should have been Blue. Dang, I was in the wrong area, bro. For the wrong thing. This right here, this fight for democracy. This was necessary.
Yep. It was real life. That was real black folk, but them people right there, man, it goes to a living hell, man.
Yeah, all of them
are killing each other, bro.
You ain't gonna be able to really. I mean,
that's hell right there, man. Fuck that.
And it's not hell. Oh, it's good.
Damn, bro, that's low down to say.
Boy, that's a black man right there, bro. Leading that on.
Look at that dude, man. Look at that black dude out there with the gun.
That's what war looks like, bro. Like, I don't know
what's going on.
That's that nigga. That's that nigga that made that America. This is America video.
Chicago niggas would be going crazy, nigga.
Not like that.
It's on the continent. Nobody cares, nigga.
Hey, nigga, what you talking about? Like that. So what you in the shot, nigga? You got problems, nigga?
The what?
You got issues over this way, man?
Over the white man?
I said you got issues in Chicago?
Issues with Chicago? No, I used to live in Chicago.
You used to live in Chicago? Where?
I lived on 63rd in Pulaski. I lived out in Schaumburg. I lived out in Streamwood.
Schaumburg, not Chicago.
Well, I mean,
this nigga lived everywhere where no black people live.
Yeah, you like I said I lived down south, nigga. I said I lived in Chicago.
Yeah, where no black people live.
That nigga Candyman from Schaumburg and shit.
My Candyman represents for Chicago. My Candyman represents YouTube shit, bro. But that,
that's what's up. 63rd, okay. You grew up in Chicago?
No, that's my wife from. Now my wife can take you off the hood and shit, but that's where my wife from. But I just lived there for some years.
You know, San Bernardino.
Take your shoes off, princess.
Yeah, my wife from the Jets, though, shit like that. I ain't from here, though.
Oh, okay. I understand now. I get it.
What would you get, y'all? Cause I don't know where the fuck is Taz from. Aren't you from Ohio, bro?
Yeah, I'm from Ohio, bro.
Oh yeah, this nigga thought. That's what that explains it all. You thought the fuck up. What part of Ohio?
Yeah, I'm from Ohio, man.
What part of Ohio, nigga?
I was born in Lima, but I lived in Cincinnati 15 years.
Oh yeah.
Ohio native.
Boy. Yeah, you a smooth criminal out there, dude.
Oh man.
Smooth criminal.
Oh, I'm an old man, bro. Father.
Yeah. Y'all got what I mean by smooth criminal, you could get away with whatever you want to get away with. Don't mean you choose to be on some bullshit.
I promise you, if I thought I could still get away with something, I'd still try something, nigga. I ain't never I'm done trying to get away with anything. I'm living so righteous, nigga. I ain't trying to get away with shit. Got my seatbelt on when I get in type shit, bro. I ain't trying to get away with nothing. Don't do nothing wrong. You ain't gotta try to get away with nothing.
Damn right. And it work out better like that. Motherfucker be like, I know you. Be like, all right, at least I know that.
One nigga about 5 games. That was in all of them.
Damn, you was in all the games. Well, you need your ass.
No, I'm talking about Taz. Remember on that Tupac? I don't know what song it is.
Yeah,
I don't know who that is talking. He's a comedian. Nigga said it was about 5 games. Nigga was like, it was about 5. It was like 5 games. I was in all of them. I was like,
shut your ass up, man. Nigga said Taz was in all the games.
Yeah, that came from the person being Tupac. He wouldn't know anything about that song he heard. You wouldn't know anything.
I don't know what comedian. I don't know if that was Richard Pryor on there or who.
I think that was Richard Pryor said that shit.
Yeah, that dude was funny. Hell. Yeah, so what else side was winning? That's my side.
You feel me? Yeah, that's the Richard Pryor shit. But the best Richard Pryor joke I ever heard was when that nigga shot his car up. He got in trouble. He was like, I ain't know you can get in trouble shooting up your shit. Like, man, come the fuck on, bro. Somebody was in the car. Nigga, you shoot the shit up.
I like when that nigga was talking about the UFO landed. That big old airplane came out the sky, helicopter. Yeah, whatever. But that nigga with the pride did that
degradation of the black community, which was unfocused.
Talk about it, Ted.
The black community sitting around laughing at niggas talking about their comedians like we got time to be playing out here. Nigga put Fat Albert and all this shit, but you got Kiki and joke.
This is
nigga. Hey, nigga, I'm laughing at your ass right now, Ted. You the comedian, nigga. You the joke.
No, you big dark skin, dumber pound, motherfucker.
Nigga, you going too far.
I'll just
Yeah, I'm only halfway joking about that though. Like I do think the distractions were never called out.
No, you right. You right. And we only halfway laughing at your ass. You know, the best jokes are the ones with the most truth.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
I just put the ring with that shit. Were comedians good in the 70s?
Right.
Yeah. You gotta be mad at everything. God damn.
Hey, my nigga.
Comedians good in the 70s. Hey, man, chill your ass
Don't
out.
make the bad hate the game.
You in the conference round. Don't lose your fucking goddamn ball of
You gonna come out there, bro? What you mean? What you saying?
Man, I got 17 debates with you already, bro.
Really?
Yes. Comedians have always been good. Man, believe me, bro, you can't spit more rhetoric and propaganda than me, King. I'm telling you, bro. I'm Malaysian, man.
No,
I
don't know. I don't think neither one of y'all can fuck with.
Beans was good for the movement. I got you.
Yes, they.
I don't know if neither one of y'all can fuck with Claim on that rhetoric shit.
Yeah.
And then Claim got more rhetoric than a little bit.
Big Gregory
might not be true.
Big Gregory was one of the funniest motherfuckers ever.
I ain't never had to go for
Big Gregory, oh man, that nigga. What'd you say, for?
I said I ain't never had to go for like propaganda, rhetoric. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, that shit.
But yeah, you right about that, Madonna.
I mean, I done seen some niggas do it since I've been in the league, but that type of shit don't substantiate no full debate, bro. Like, you start dropping off at some point when you come with that shit. You
I
run
don't
out of
like
gas.
comedy era, bro. I don't like the shit from the 90s. Like, outside of Sinbad, maybe. I don't like none of that
That's
shit,
because
bro.
y'all
Like,
listen to white comedy.
Bad suck, nigga.
nah, I didn't like white comedy. I don't like. I think white comedy is poor.
You don't listen to
That's
real
better.
comedy.
You didn't like Def Comedy? You didn't like Def Comedy, Jam?
I like I did like comedy jam. I did like
It's just a bandit.
Uptown Comedy Club, nigga. Uptown Comedy Club, Comedy Jam, nigga. What?
Like,
Legends came out that shit.
you like the African booty scratchy joke.
Right, that shit was fucked up.
Like, that shit came
You
up,
come from
bro.
Boys in the Hood?
That shit came
Yeah.
up, bro. I was on
Roll
the-
your faces
Right,
in dough
man.
and make some gorilla cookies.
Like, that
Nah,
shit
that was
was-
my line.
Yeah, my bad.
I think it's that roll your face and don't mix the
That's fine.
racist joke like a motherfucker, bro.
Racist. Hey, we came from the white party. What you expect?
I Red Fox said that. Oh, well, I don't know who about it. You know?
Nah, I don't think.
That was one of the main commercials on Sanford and Son. For years.
Yeah, when we talk about everything.
The chat who keep up with this channel just the honest joke I just
Gooning and
cool.
I thought Chris Rock was horrible.
Show black people living in degraded situations in a junkyard. That was just so great for our community.
I thought it was a real business move.
Junk man.
What you doing?
It was an empire, man. It was Sanford Arms, man. What do you mean?
Trying to throw shade
Junk man who like
everyday junkyard owners. Junk
And y'all remember when he found out he was a Jew?
Man, you know what one of the biggest businesses
Like
in the world?
niggas with the black woman on there comes on
I
and
want my
degrades
daddy's
the black
record.
woman's yeah, she used to come on there
Yeah,
and
Blind Melody Jelly.
Yeah.
I want my daddy records.
That was, yeah, they played a part in it too, but like a lot of that shit. That's why, like, some of the comedy shows ain't like they used to play a lot into that light skin shit.
Yeah.
There used to be a lot of little weak ass shit that used to go on, bro, that get your ass punched right now. Like, that shit was anti-black. That shit was anti-black, bro.
You
could call it anti-black
Jefferson.
Fat Albert, nigga. Like Fat Albert, nigga. That shit anti-black.
Man, hold the fuck up. You can call that shit, bro. Y'all acting like the Me Too movement and shit. Like y'all looking at shit from a 2020 lens and saying like, oh no, niggas was really just in control of their image and shit and was up there doing that dumb shit. Like, no, the fuck, come on, man. There's levels to this shit. There's levels to this shit. Like, hold on, real quick, Madonna, real quick. Like, our parents did good. The majority of our parents did good to graduate from high school. Some of them went to college. But for us, it was definite. We was going to go to college. Because that was the next step up. So what I'm saying is when you start seeing niggas on TV, and as you going to allude to, them being in control of their image, then, okay, it's levels to that shit. They don't even know the big shit they was doing. But here it is now for a motherfucker to be doing that shit. I
a black kid calling himself dumb in 1972. A kid named Mushmouth.
It was niggas in the hood doing that shit.
A kid named Beard. Right. So why you need to put this shit on TV for white people?
The same reason why white people was depicting themselves on TV still. Like, come on, bro. That's all that shit was. Like, that's all I'm saying. We looking at that shit in hindsight and saying, these people was intentionally doing that shit. No, we can learn from that shit and make sure we not doing that shit. Yeah, man, come on, man. Hold it down.
That's why you don't know your history, but you know these people.
Who do? I don't.
Well,
sometimes.
But y'all know all about this shit, bro.
What history I don't know about my people? What history I don't know about?
You don't know any American history. You have to be careful when I'm talking to you Bible people.
American history. Hold on. Who you consider the Americans? I've been wondering to ask you that.
I got more history in my pinky finger, man.
Everybody on here is a fucking American.
Oh, okay. See, I see where you're going with it. Okay, I understand you. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
You're an American.
Yeah, I get it now. Because my mom used to do that shit. My mom used to do that. You'd be in a restaurant.
You showed me some shit though about that nation shit though. Like I said, I respect the Israel nation now more than I ever did because of Klan. But your nationality is American. But I understand why you say your nation is Israel. And I would never knock that.
Right. Kind of pushing that shit every time you see it.
Nationality is an illusion.
I'm a knock that
man. Dumbass nigga like you wouldn't be able to do what Klan did, nigga. You're dumb.
It's an illusion, nigga. It's an illusion.
Wow.
Because he didn't undermine nationality to show me what his definition of nationality is based on. You don't have to undermine nobody else's nationality to do that.
Right. You don't got to.
Yeah, that nigga go with that shit, bro. I ain't think Klan had it like that, brother. That was some powerful shit he showed me that.
So have you ever heard the phrase, you don't gotta hate another group of people to love your own?
Bro. Klan will window drop, but sometimes
that nigga Klan smart as hell, man.
I'm check the information though. I ain't fucking with Klan, just blind.
Yeah, I would never debate Klan, bro. Like ever. I don't debate window.
That nigga said, now you see, you go and look right here. Shut up while I'm talking.
Like, he's a nigga, bro. He will say some shit that you know he ain't got no source for it. And you confidently be like, nigga, full of source. And he'll pull it. Even fine. You be like, what's the thing?
Box of Jesus children.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he's like, wait the fuck is this?
But you know what's crazy? Like I said, that's what made me confident in saying that, you know, it's okay to him when you say build a nation, it don't have to be physical. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like that's you know what I mean? But it's still, you know, then you gotta say, I'm taking a biblical definition of it, and then it's like, well, wait, you going off the Bible? So, you know, I had to be careful in even responding with that, telling me what, you know, what I meant by, you know, build a nation or what our nation is in America. Because it's like, okay, so you said you can be a nation without any land or any of this shit, just your cultural ties to your people make you a nation. Cool, got you. So now in speaking, I can say that. But if this nigga asks me that shit, I can't say that's the biblical definition. But that's the only place I know where to find that definition for. So I just had to leave that shit alone.
On the fly, yeah. Because I think you might be a, let me see.
I think you're Israelite.
I could have used
all as Israelite, bro. Yeah, Israelite.
Nah, bro, I was scared, bro. I can't string together bullshit on the fly like that, bro. But we're gonna do it on the fly. At least gotta know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, we trolling, nigga.
Yeah,
calling and patrolling, slick hanging. The Bible dirty.
Don't do that Bible dirty.
Don't do that Bible dirty.
Man, we had to have done that much. Like, just think about how bad we did.
Yeah, many tried. They never prevailed.
Came back, talking about some. He don't want to ever do it. Like, yeah, we beat that shit.
Ran him up out of here.
We beat that shit.
Just like the internet, the Bible is still undefeated, man.
Wow, you know the internet sucked like a motherfucker nowadays. Like your signal go bad quick out this bitch. Quick thing.
The only people in this league still debating the Bible is people who don't know no better.
Damn, you got this here.
Everybody, they came back. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, who said fuck you, dude? I heard that shit.
Then they came back smart. This is. I said, oh.
Nigga didn't even want to debate the Bible anymore.
I'm gonna debate. Yeah, man, because you know how that go, man. Yeah.
How it go? Cause you was over
like talking about me. You like saying something about me.
You was over there debating oral lifestyles, nigga. Women ass that. You nasty as hell, man. You can't say
almost every debate I had was a classic.
Nah, nigga let you pick a topic. You go left field, nigga. You start talking about some more nasty shit. Like,
if we go back and watch that debate between me and Domo, no, do not go back and watch that debate. I made everything I was saying.
That, Blue.
Now niggas want to accept it since Kevin Samuels said it. Like, it's cool to say, but when Madonna said, "Oh,
what you say, man?
You know what I'm saying?
What you say? That was so
what was on YouTube. That man. Fuck, that shit. Wow. I mean,
what the fuck, man?
I couldn't believe what I said.
Thank you for that.
Nigga, that was the most Tyson display of information you ever seen. Huh?
I had to hurry to take it off. I'm like, whoa, hold on. They got a flick on, goddamn. He got going on.
Only Madonna would do some shit like that.
I said, what's that on her face? No, Madonna.
I
was only showing. All I did was show brainwash victims. All I did was diagnose the situation. And niggas,
I still want to smoke with you on that topic.
That's Peru GP season 4 for sure. If anybody wants some more, hey,
bro,
catch it.
Cause you know you was wrong for that shit.
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't.
Bro, it's dudes out here with only fans and doing trifling ass shit. Like, but you can't. Okay, so then what? Like,
victim as well. My side of the debate was to prove my point. And that's all I did.
But I'm just saying, for a man to be out here acting like a whole bitch, that's worse than a woman being what she was meant to be.
That's why I was telling Domo. I said, you got the white man attacking sisters. You got the Arab man.
No. You skipping over what I'm saying. You skipping over what I'm saying. Even when the sisters find themselves out here doing shit that, you know, we say, man, that's unbecoming of a sister.
Black man ain't black. The black man.
Hey, bro, you hear me making a goddamn. You know that shit. Hey, bro. That's why they say we always be doing unnecessary shit. Being unnecessary.
All right, finish your point.
Look, bro, this the point. When sisters do shit, when it's like we like that's fucked up. She doing that shit. At the same time, bro, if you compare that shit to you doing the same shit as her, like if you caught a sister in the alley doing the 1-2, and then we catch you in the alley doing the 1-2, which one you say worse?
I would say they both brainwashed.
No, nigga, you a man. You ain't never supposed to be no bitch.
Brainwashed victims. They both.
No, bro, you in the alley doing the same thing she doing. You on your knees, just like you caught her on her knees. Like, if a man doing that shit, it's flipping over like, bro, you not supposed to be doing that shit because you weren't built for that shit. As you talk, man. You want to do that shit, that's your prerogative. We 2021, bro.
Those individuals would be considered.
You be talking that big girl shit.
That was a brainwash.
Nigga, you supposed to be leading the household. You ain't supposed to be over there doing that. You can't tell her,
but we talking about
you got to straighten up and fly right, and we caught you in the alley doing that.
We're talking about brainwash victims.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm only pointing out people who is just something is mentally going on that needs to be corrected. That's all I was pointing out.
Don't do that shit, because I swear to God, ever since they gave y'all niggas permission to talk about people's mental state, everybody swear up and down they in a place to talk about somebody having mental issues. I'm gonna tell you like this: before the next motherfucker come through this bitch thinking they know some shit, before you go crazy, bro. It's like so many moments before that, but you will never understand how. You will never recognize that you're going crazy, especially when you're on the other side of that shit. You'll never know. So as far as you know, your ass probably crazy as fuck to somebody else. And probably crazy all across the motherfucking board. Shit that you choose to make the argument.
I wouldn't deny it. I wouldn't deny it, but you still can't.
Okay, so then don't keep cutting me off with your crazy.
You can't get around with the fact that I proved who was more of a brainwash victim.
I can't get over the fact that you gonna sit over here and blame your woman, Adam.
No, bro. I'm holding those accountable, bro. That's it.
Nah, hold your motherfucking self accountable because you left your woman out there on stun and she got fucked. Don't get mad.
No, don't try to throw the
Nah, nigga, don't get mad because
roundabout
you leave your woman in the room with some eligible dicks and she come around, dude. You got me fucked up, man. Chill the fuck up.
Yeah. You all fucked up, but I'm gonna heal you.
Nah, you fucked up, bro. You leave your girl up for grabs, nigga. Then you fucked up, bro.
Nah, you look, yeah, that's straw man. That's what they call it.
Man,
Straw man, right?
Ain't that true?
Hey, what, Blue?
Bro, we just got this nigga Manny would try to get a pop-up fly, right, in field. But it was kind of, it was going out of bounds. The nigga dropped the easiest pass, so it should have been an out. The nigga send that mud all the way out of the ball.
Man, what the fuck?
You know, as they go, we got the home run chain. The nigga go chain with that motherfucker spinning. But that shit go too hard. And it was a high pitch, bro. He chased that mud.
Yeah, he gonna stay with the cameras. That's all. Oh, they were snapping too many cameras, man.
Yeah, he played. You know how Miami got the turnover chain and shit. We got the home run chain. That bit really dope, too. I'm trying to buy it, but I don't know. That bit got the SD in the middle of it.
Oh, you talking about the Padres?
Yeah.
I rock with the Padres, man. Like, yeah, I've been back on my baseball collection shit, man. I got me a couple Tatis.
Bro, why you collecting baseballs? You can't play.
It's an investment, man. It's cards.
But you can't play though. Did you ever play? This was on.
Yeah. I used to pay me Ken Griffey Jr., man. I had that 20 like 50. I used to do your thing,
nigga.
I used to be good, bro. And then the nigga got hit with the ball back before me, and I was so sure.
Hold on, madame. My bad, madame. No, you know, they be here with boots. What did you say?
I mean, I was real good, bro. Like, I was
up there. What happened?
My homeboy, bro. This one dude, it was this black dude. He was throwing sidearms. Yeah, he was just getting wild, bro. Like trying to throw his steam and shit, because we were hitting on him, and then he just hit my homeboy in the face, bro. And everything. Standing up there, that felt different. I couldn't. It felt retarded. I couldn't do it no more. I was like, I feel like I'm waiting to get hit.
Right.
It started feeling like
I'm a whisker tell you with that about.
It got to the helmet with a little thing on the side, Blue. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, that's why I started playing, focusing strictly on football at that point. I'm like, nah, you got me fucked up. Nigga,
I thought I was grippy, man. I thought I was grippy like a mountain.
Yeah, before that, I bro, man.
Ricky was that nigga though. I thought I was Dion though. I thought I was Dion and Ricky Henderson, my nigga. That nigga, Ricky Henderson, that nigga.
Yeah, I was Griffey or either Frank Thomas, man. I thought I was Frank. But I was a little bit.
Bro, you sleeping on Ricky though? Like how you just skipping over?
Oh, I remember Ricky Henderson. Yeah, Ricky, man, hell yeah. Ricky Henderson.
So everybody that was.
And Diego for a little while. I think he finished his career with Diego.
He did?
Yeah.
I know. I just know he was in.
I think Ricky Henderson. I think he's still the leader. I think Ricky Henderson still stolen base leader.
Damn. They showed he showed the fuck out.
Yeah. I remember the game he broke the record.
He showed the fuck out there, bitch.
Yeah, I fucked with some baseball, man. For real.
Hey, I pissed Taz off the other day. We were talking about
shit. Nigga don't know how to play the American sport. I hear you. American sport. If you play American sport, if you play the American sport, then you white. Black folk play any hop, nigga. And black folk play any hop.
Sean came in like Uncle Rucker.
Man, nigga, black folks play kickball.
You don't know what any hop is, nigga.
We played dodgeball, nigga. What you talking about? Matter of fact,
I'm talking about in and hop. You know what that is?
Yeah, when you hit the ball, you gotta catch it on the hop, nigga.
Yeah, you gotta catch it on the hop and then you gotta roll it.
Yeah, some niggas call it flying the bounce.
Hey, go, man. Them niggas don't know that about that shit.
Flying the
bounce. Baseball, go, man.
Yeah, nigga, talking that hood baseball. All we had, you gotta throw your ball up and hit it your goddamn.
Gold man talking about some old African shit, man.
That shit make you have that straight cross swing too.
Back, right? That's all we had, dog.
You got to be athletic as fuck to play in and hop.
You better know it. You ain't gonna never get a chance to hit the ball.
Oh, he dropped it into a safe.
You gotta be athletic.
I'm gonna tell you what though, when we had a debate league picnic, we definitely gonna have some little basketball or something. Anyhow, yeah, I'm fucking niggas up.
Oh yeah, I was dunking on one. I'm dunking on one.
I'm fucking niggas up. I don't give a fuck. I'm on all that.
Oh shit. Man, niggas say they dunking and shit. Well, I'm keeping
scope. I'm dunking on somebody, bro.
He might dunk on somebody. He ain't dunking on me. I'm gonna fire the shit out your ass. Try to dunk on me.
Alright, nigga. I'm like Jordan continuation, nigga.
Yeah, that's what you think. I'll take your ass right out the sky, nigga. I told you play football, nigga. All city, all American, nigga.
That's how you, Madonna.
Like, who do you think the best right now, though?
I'm 5'11".
The best what?
You ain't jumping out no gym, nigga.
I ain't even hit you like that.
3 times. Oh, man, bro. I go to a gym and dunk right now at 41.
Man, you
did it one time. You probably got about 2 in.
Oh man, don't let my leg loosen up, man. I
ain't gonna be able to make it through a game of 21 though.
So how long take your leg loosen up, old man? 3 days, 4 days?
Yeah, I'm ready to go right now.
Give me about 10 minutes. 10 minutes of playing.
Man, tell that nigga DJ, I'm ready to go right now. Ever since DJ put me up on the shit I need to do with the shoulder, nigga, I already had the legs going. Nigga, I'm up to 1,000 motherfucking squats. We got to 300 something push-ups. We throwing the shoulder punches. Nigga, we doing that for about 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, Madonna, I could jump on your ass right now. Like, you try to jump up if you want to. I'm snatching the ball. Like, nigga, throw an oath to your ass.
I'm like Jordan. Like Jordan. You're like
you can think you like Jordan all you want to. I'm telling you. But you gonna find out real fast.
I'm Jordan.
No gas in your tank.
Why you can't be like Reggie Miller or somebody?
He might as well
be. Why you can't be Robert Ory?
He might as well be because he's gonna be sometime in this sport.
I had to choose someone whose game is similar to mine, Sean.
But you do not get no Michael Jordan, You got more like celebrity basketball game, nigga. Fuck out of here. You do not got no more Michael Jordan. So you talking about that shit look good.
That nigga say he got some goddamn
celebrity basketball skill, nigga. Got me fucked up.
It was 2
all right, go around. You had to like the Devon man and shit.
Hey, man, DJ, you gonna set it up, DJ, the intramural game. Come on, bro, because I'm sick of this shit. Ain't nobody gonna keep on playing with me.
Real crazy ass shit. The
dark side versus AOI intramural, nigga.
Only thing I could do was go 1-for-1 from the free throw line, right?
Are you trying to make me play 1-on-1 against you?
No, 1-for-1.
You talking about 1-for-1 from 2 free throws? You can only shoot 1-for-1.
You said.
So
you do what they can do. Look.
You got to get your 100. You got to get your 100 free throws in a day.
Wasn't even that. This might was empty.
I shoot my free throws backwards.
All I did was
change my shot to like Dwayne Wade, standing and then letting it go.
Dwayne Wade.
I ain't missing another. It was all mental. I ain't missing another.
I know that's what I told you. Be in your head, man.
You just like Dwayne Wayne.
Dwayne Wade, y'all just.
Man, don't listen to him, I mean, Blue.
I got my shooting coach next to that shit. That shit just.
That nigga said you play more like Wayne. That nigga tried that.
Nah,
he done.
I didn't hear what he
He
said.
didn't say that though. He gonna try to deny that shit.
I thought he said Dwayne Wayne, but he said Dwayne Wade.
Man, fuck out of here, boy.
Go on my instigator, man. You just
No, I be paying attention. I'm an instant pay attention. Nigga, fucking
That I could to Dwayne Wade step back, going to the left, and then that step back crossover.
You said you got that shit down back, Blue.
Bro.
Hey, Blue, well, then you on my squad. You know we twins anyway. We just gotta pick one more motherfucker, bro. We gonna fuck these niggas up. Cause nigga, I'm sick of Madonna talking shit to me. We need to get him a team. Matter of fact.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, I got a squad, bro.
Bro, no, it gotta be a nigga from the league, bro. You gotta pick 2 other niggas from the league, bro.
Oh, where? I bet.
It can even be niggas that be in the audience. You can pick like Big O. You know what I'm saying?
I got my 2. I don't know who I'm picking.
I mean, you gotta make sure these niggas gonna show up.
Oh yeah, I'm getting Battle Axe and Agmalot.
right. If you get one, you get the other, right? You right. Right as fuck. That's how I know you the one not gonna show up, cause them niggas gonna show up.
Man, I'm gonna show up. Trust me.
Shout out somebody, bro.
Kept finding the whole goddamn Jordan.
Well, then I got Lance coming up off the bench, fouling everything.
Like some 2-step stoppers.
Lance, you know you just a foul. You just a fouler. You only supposed to come in the foul.
I took up Lance. I had Lance as my wingman.
Hold on, Madonna. Let me see what he's
crazy. I'm playing point, nigga.
He's talking shit. He's talking shit.
Point guard. Okay, you
got him fucked up. Hey, I don't know, Lance, cause I got
no stream started. Everybody head over, refresh. Thanks for tuning in. No stream started.
Right, bro, all the way.
Bro, I got Blue running point. You feel me? I'm on